Citizen TV, the citizen's power. Citizen TV, the citizen's power. Citizen TV.
The Ghana card, the sole registration document. And this follows last month meeting between the country's members of parliament and the EC led by the 8th chairperson Jemensa and the National Identification Authority NIA led by the executive secretary Professor Kenneth Tefua. They proposed CI6 to use the Ghana card as the only source document for registration onto the voters register. Eti wukaya na sa wutuaswa na ubana ba was in Parliament on Friday. Like I said, Enranajo, March 31, 2023, a report of the Committee of the Whole on the draft public elections in quote registration of voters regulations 2023 and other related matters said the House will not accept moves to make the Ghana card the only registration document. Enti midiwi ekwano ewa but ose members of parliament from both sides of the House in debating the report highlighted the dangers of the proposed CI and questioned the EC to desist from that move. Enti mu amount follow parliament proceedings and run the ekosi ye nyina dan say Electoral Commission proposed the constitutional instrument CI na wadi akoto parliament na was see the only so document a Ghana card and a voter registration exercise a mo be ye no eno kwa no be dia tum no both sides majority side MPP, minority side NDC no wama bogu wama anjiantum wama se nyansa sembie nim nyansa adwene ni nyansa bie nim say from 1992 ya wo my Ghana ye ka say ye di democracy na so democracy no Electoral Commission chairperson Madam Jemensa nenti ase wo democracy good governance democracy no nenti ase wo muni de he and then Jemensa yan so na no lead IEO Institute of Economic Affairs IEA Jemensa ye ne wo ye Electoral Commission chairperson na ye nya sa NPP communicator na what Electoral Commission wano Asari Bossman omo committee parliament no atieti se bibie ni wonu ebetimi a stop wo mo bibie ni ho a ebetimi a stop wo mo from say see ya we say na me ye adwuma me kai ya last week enra week ena wo mo approve sa presidential nominees no e wo parliament no but 6 p.m. news ye kan ena ye parliamentary correspondent Havila Kekeli before approval ne beba no ena Kekeli ma ye hint bi say enkita odie bi ene nkomotwetwe bi cost well na enye unconfirmed report there but osepe de omo ankasa pe enema bi a rumors bi a ekoso wo parliament ni say before parliament betimi approve sa presidential nominees no negotiations ahudo bi ekoso indoors it wasn't unconfirmed report yeah Havila de maye Kekeli de maye say so omo person mo approve sa nominees ni dia ene CI no so no majority side no sunjintum na Electoral Commission ekonko yimfrim ye nim de see ya ba parliament one no both sides no majority MPP minority NDC for no enema bebre na koso wo muntem including the speaker of parliament enkita udie bebre omo to no mo nya atamfo so omo ba bonten ayi odi sheba ko fie suma wo se ensu dede ba ene so kokoba so omo ba bonten na twoka eno nkire se ne bi ho no mo a wo mo nti wo mo ho ase yes politics eti de enu akosi yenyan say sa constitutional instrument no ya Jemensa ni team wo mo bo an beda de koto parliament say o man ya yenya 66 years e wo democracy ye independence after yenya independence me 66 years ye free say de kadmemi kabina ye adwuma 1992 eba no say Electoral Commission ye registration exercise a wonti minti kire obi bia akon sana na ma mi gina he me bana me se me de na ma gya akon me kwada me wo brofudin na me ka me se na se me de guarantors ye di me chia ba ba ka kire me se me nya Ghana ni me ni Ghana card eti me nya Ghana ni so obi every votarian na so obegina won wo ka ne kuro mu kasa no oni Ghana card na wa ka kire ne se because of say voter ni Togo and a bohye afensu kura ne kasa wo mo ka no ebini pa bi e wo Togo a wo mo ka bi enti no wanya Ghana ni na democracy no Ghana yadru hefa eti ebenam and then I can remember Electoral Commission chairperson kwatena parliament no NDC MP baako waka kire Jemensa say Ghana we've come a long way na enam no so ema wo man Ghana civil war NC waka kire no point blank e wo parliament house wo waka kire ni say bibia wo ye bia no wo hwe yie because won hwe yo be ma moja anyuru Ghana say wo fa no fala 2020 a wo bona wo Electoral Commission wano no a enema hunu na wo ye e de ahye wo paymasters animonyam no so obi na abedi president e na wanya akwanya e na tese wo ye Electoral Commission chairperson eti wo ye adwuma de ahye animonyam no ya wutimi yetimi kudia na nkrofo keka e na radio Nigeria elections ko wie Nigeria election de ko wie nyina da ne se Electoral Commission INEC na electoral Nigeria hono no wo mu declare one result ya chinyije bia ma ho odo e court but results odi betu dwa no onko ma ye mesesa no but ye nya Electoral Commission wo Ghana ha say year 2020 general elections nim dia MPP aban so mu woni nyina da no President Akufo da so ye president ye no figure Electoral Commission e declare say no odi wi ni ye because Electoral Commission first figure odi betu dwa no e wiase nyina hu say President Akufo do 50% plus 1 wanya enkontabuam no wanya ba kumienu miensa yesi sa figures se be pim sa mere ye nim figure kwa President Akufo do di wi ni ye pe Electoral Commission Jemensa ne ma asia enkenti no then na ye wasa koye we because you me say Ghana for say be manya muo bi na mudi ye so ho oka se ye muo e dey na Jemensa what electoral commission ho no wo ye wo Jemensa wo na nka ye free military room ye free soldier memuo mu e dey constitution ye adwuma ka ma ja to Ghana Jemensa e na sabre no wonu na ya appointing so me electoral commission chairperson 92 anka Jemensa meja to Ghana e ka civil war see ye e wo Cote d'Ivoire na sisi woni other African countries no e ka Jemensa me bi see ye e na NDC MP ni ka kire no se niema we nyina ka ho binti na civil war see wo Cote d'Ivoire why ye see ai fufuro ya wan ka se woni ye challenges ai na ye fo na muo na wo ma so mo akogu parliament wo e mi say no 93 days mi will report bi na ayefua e di abase an backlogs ni nyina wo ma print Ghana card munyansa ni munim die mu no agese ya ka kire mo se mo adwene nye asa na mo aye ne yehia agese Ghana fo ka kire mo se mudi nsem hunu eyensemfo na mudi no asa na mahunu nyansa asa na Ghana mpanifo hunu nyansa so said ye say ye ni abere say ye de Ghana card na ye so document ya ye de be ye voter registration exercise ni ntino afa de ye hunu nyansa say enkofo akwa register ene wokoye bank transaction kwa na wo hia Ghana card enti say de be ye Dr. Bawumia ba be di president ntino backlog egu wan mo no Professor Karete for mo issue statement say I backlog ni o ma print enti obi ankwankwankwa gene de masa ye nya moa o ye nya moa hanom nya ni ma kingdom o ye nipa na egu Ghana ha ye nipa ene yegu Ghana ha sei ye nipa ne yegu hanom ye nya muo na mudi yenso ye nipa ena mudi yenso na Jemensa kwatra parliament no justify na salibos ma so cancel hunu editai ne so o mo be monkwa ye monkwa ye yesi na do first step loss emra baku over 100 first deputy speaker of parliament Joe say usu ne kan ye was in one so mo pass eti mra baku 100 na do second time Joe say usu say mra tan ko muntimi pass ye because ye nya moa said ye to na do first time 2017 to 2020 no muchim Ghana for say ni gu ye tie so utimi for timi wa wo coward fa wo beti mutimi ye ntino mutete ya brabo mudi ye ni no this time around munya na saa munya ne sente abusuafo de kosi ye nyina da ne se Jemensa de so na obo ne bede kwato parliament no sai si ya no ya boagu at a point na majority leader no will defend it who say majority leader Dr. Kesa to force read parliament report to be a na wo honorable say chairman sabonso wo ka say MC na sichina say electoral commission be ye Ghana card say so document e be kuta wo na de akwa register but wo ye ne party adwuma o ye na ban adwuma nanso yesi techrema pro ensema o kind Dr. Kesa to force minority leader no wo read chair no parliament ho osuwa no na se kan akokoto so asebe na nanimu agimi because ni se ma o kan le bi no e ya homa na o de atche ne kon ene ne aso ne mene ene emia no but wo justify asa nyu no ne mre bi no o ka kire Ghana for say electoral commission timi kan kire say Ghana card nko a ene e be kuta de akwakoye voter register enti se Jemensa wona wodi ye free rolling soldier memmu mu aba ka menka bi memmu mu a enka wo magana jetom wo yonko ba Charlotte se hwadwuma ma me ne yeye wo yonko oba besia Charlotte se hwaniema MPP to opposition wo mo de Charlotte se e fa so wo Ghana ha se yi hwaniema wo mo de ma me ne fa so wo mo di ma me ni dinatem edina tamton akans obi yire eka sebinsem hunu nsem fi bebre di gumami so wo de asa won tehwe ama afreje ayi Charlotte say that word prostitute no man kan bi ankire no the last time na metie no na ba na moa program ya ayi wo organize yi wo se de ne yan kan kire me onya abotre o set up sa justice house judge ya na ni din bebrebe yi wonyini pa etna si I engage all the other political parties, but and different. The MPP better say we Jubilee House, and now say NPP headquarters. One more be born in Bedano. No more dear Jemensa. Say one more national women organizer Jemensa. Where execute? No one disu John. Say John. Who disu sa? Ya bogu. enti omo so onkonko ye news onkonko amend ni sia no no mfamra enra parliament speaker of parliament say wo se ayikumawu by elections nkoso but enkorfo omo wo sa ebe pim sa amire no yes electoral omo wo district electoral commission at constituency adan na hono de yenkonko to aba wo hono mo yenkonko ye elections wo hono mo ba kumawu de Honorable Flebaso Nyankopon fa wo kransie Nyankopon na nim ne ye ene o ye de mama Nyankopon nim tia president Akufo-Addo ne manfo o ma tete Honorable Flebaso a ya ni bra so ye Nyankopon ato ne sade afre no ye nim ene me ka abakwasem ha me chirechisem because nipa wu anu wu Nyankopon fa kransie nka we 2024 nko ate ase a enko be sa kwa tete na ko ha ne saa wo pal e wo ayi kumawu constituency ho no mo e ho de ye declare Speaker of Parliament said by elections and Kosovo. Nano na your friend said Makati can say NDC. Mo Gugana has say and a directives no one in Huna mu issue. As I said one of Monoyamo constituency, and why am stronghold in Tino, Electoral Commission ya not doing that. So be organize elections. I'm a woman member of Parliament. But to be one ray, yes, say by elections and Kosovo. Enwe ya na watwema ye no yesi wo bi yakwaye by elections wo ho nanso saf wo ni MP so hu Ghana ha sei so hu na se yanwuna wo man na se state institutions ni aka chen say electoral commission independent organization say independent body electoral commission na si wonu mo no ni independence e wo mu ni de efa ni the electoral commission office na wo hono mo no pa no Eugene mo fa video no a enra MP no a ye de le to ambulance mo kokosi parliament mo de mo da antem ye no mo de enra ya na enra ye ya na de achinti ani cross mani aye kokko pensram de aye mani ase na apopi mani na ba enra bi sa si parliament o deputy minister food and agriculture so wo parliament wonya accident ye nya sankatoa Emma said you to ambulance mu de mo dai you je me so mo fa video no na me to Facebook na Ghana fo na me hwe bi MP na nya accident no ambulance esi parliament house ani mu ho no mo ba ko so ti won ma sabe me fa obi yade ensere no ya sabe wanya stroke o yade onko parliament enti abusuafo ba Facebook page a mo amoda ntama mahu de course no mo mra na mra me hwe ambulance ne no anajo I'm say nandom MP me ba me confirm me MP no nya accident or your deputy minister food and agriculture me ba me pe baby a MP kura baby a ofiri na ne baby a odi MP no na me fama mu okay Muhammad Hadi Suferi he didn't so there. He didn't there. Eti over Facebook page ambula odem Muhammad Hadi Suferi Nanton. Okay, Nanton, not Nandom. Nanton MP involved in accident on his way to Parliament to vote on new bills. Eti Anna Odasuano, member of Parliament for Nanton in the northern region, has been involved. Okay, eti no. Why a deputy minister food and agriculture. Eti no amu de amu dan de ya nanadwu ya we kipi ya siripe ni enu se bibia enfiri mu ma but ya no pay no video no na da ya Facebook page bra behwe ambulance na esi wono mo no obi kunu obi papa e parliament wanya accident o ya de na to ambulance ya se fast no be se ya nim krasa no adamu mpo na Akufo-Addo na da na woje eti abusuafo wana ambulance no na esi ho no but parliament no womo parliamentary affairs no womo mro de ye adwuma no me no nim se obi yale na wo wu a yetimi de to ambulance ye de na kwakosi parliament animu ho no ni aba be kan no so kwa parliament eti wo ba face odem ambulance na esi ho no odem yes fast na no mo de ko hospital e man first aid opera pa man first aid so after first aid na wo say hey masa undimi na hasa wanya accident o bo na bomo e no mre to ambulance mu nti no anajo de course wo parliament ba na ba konso former chieftaincy minister no so the parliament wonom ye didn't say which money a piano men first sabe obi ya de enkananum anase ensere but ye do some pempenso no wo da wo manfo an untimi nkwa parliament untimi nya adwuma na emom no uti woda fie saa no mu nura ada ebeye bibi se bill bi anase bibi beba ne de ne ye pia ye do to hwichem ne do akosi parliament no akoto ne akoka wo wi a wawie a chese wa ye de wawie enu anu wawie enti nura at all cost e was a Ghana for ye add additional burden mumpa ayinimi MP na onya mo fa ni picture kra na mu mo fa ni picture kra na meto so mo ye adwuma so mo man Ghana ai e was a new taxes no ye approve ye gitum udi president Akufo masa mudi papa na chi ahụ papa no mudi na chi a adame kan wo ha se president Akufo ado wo ye curse ma wo man Ghana na Akufo ado wo ye nume kase e de ma o man Ghana enti bibia de ni sabeka bia na wapem na sei bibia de ni sabeka bia na sei ade bia president Akufo ado de ni saka ni 70 year mu ni enya papa bibia enya papa wona ban mu enti so ho ele Nyankopon ena deputy minister ye di ni ho afofia enka asafam senka no ayanti asemode enye Nyankopon wa fileba so ade wo kɔ motete na bra bodi na ni ha no a kuma wufo so wano an ye penu se fie jadum enya adwo fileba so wo kɔ wo kɔ enka wei omni be chichira fo so pa wo kuma wu because Philip ye ala ni pa ye kufuo ni pa oh papa ye de nyame ase wate ye de nyame ase se nwa Nyankopon di wo ho afofie na wie ye tamodo to ambulance im anim wane akɔkan wo ɛka MPs no ho yakɔkan wo uda wo paso nyina wa pray nyina yakɔkan wo ɛde wo ɛka wo mu nti sa new 3 taxes no amendment o ma ye nyina da ne ya approve abusuafo nti honorable ne da so no oh nice man, nice handsome gentleman so abusuafo ne da so no ni din so de ni din kama me san kra mbo ni din ni bi Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture ni din de so obi eni emehunu nti no na enye Nyankopon na di wo ho afofia because anu edi machi doson anu no doson so you do the picture na bakakra na the video na to so na Ghana for e de enu aye vigil Ghana nti ye vigil all night ye wake keeping ya na si ane ya bagu ye mom taxes foforo na ye de aba no ene ye pay more as you go pay more as you go say na taxes foforo na aba no na ye people revenue wi a ye be kwa tema port say tema port ho no ma ye empty and say ya wa ma amend taxes ahodo foforo bi abai utimi se wa ma wie no aka sa the tax ba sustainable and growth edi Ghana ade be say edi na aba be sustain edi na aba be grow nothing bibia ni abonfo nipa bonifo wudifo amamuo ya hu hia bre ne ya hu kire bre mu kwa oman papam ne kwa ba neighboring countries inflation be boboni nyina so mo de akire mu Togo ha single digit Togo inflation enu 8% impo Togo Benin kwa da be say 1.2 Benin inflation da be say 1.2 as 1.3 Ghana inflation kura no se nyese Ghana statistical service eti aba we yenu manke atwam be 60%. Mo reckless expenditure ne mo hunu na mo te Ghana ha no mo na president Akufo Addo ni ministers mo ya abrabo hunu mo shisika disika wisika makwa ya tax foforo enu papa Nyankopon na di ne ho afofia enka mo di ni twa so so ahụ eti mu amuda ya no abna ya be ya ni abele o enye easy o enu awute Deputy Minister for Agriculture, when you accident, so ambulance in who ye. Me who ye my nebi by Michelle late news. Okay. Or more except by me pass my bot channel need your money or more correspondence no kwa kasaye. Okay. No more videos near the internet na me share. Okay. Somewhere me should be 10:47 move on na me die. And I would die. But you say Parliament in the name be a question tiase. And you say who need what ambulance mukoko drew. Parliament who drew obe say yard ni munko ade a wa ba Parliament. Papa ne so ofi okada so ankasa na tetoy. Yes okada na dey hwe asiu. Sir. Aye, but no omo person omo beka. Omo person beka because me kwa no correspondence na kasa no or say the course na kasa de or muni mo person beka no de wada ba me kwa de me meti ansa na 10 ba be ba na or this and report inside the patch say intel patch say ofi okada so na hwe for so okada na de hwe ase ankasa unconfirmed report yeah no so the unconfirmed that because onim say no because of 3 bills in no na yesi na MPs ni nyina no eni ho ena kokwasa we nam ha twen se de be ya nyina ano beboa so ho kan nim nie mom sa na yesa nye okada na ujili se kwa me kan nie die because according to intel reports no see you know omo ye fast na omo say I say, okay, who's Francis Aban? Okay. Obe me call ne Twitter we say one so Eddie. Say if you cry abena say you car any accident. Say cry na. Say you car ya wo mutimi. Exactly. Etam papa no. Whether okada and I said he said there cry but say wo share other pictures nso a eno so wo social media so a. The ne car ne ya cry na wo mutimi pa koma papa ne first aid. Ebona bomo tam no de to ambulance mu ko see parliament no enye because ani e pa ye internal bleeding so obi enya accident e kwa na moja cry gina ni mu ana se bibi ete santempa na wo hia se ye hwe no na mutimi de ni copy mu pressure ne sa ne manema ni nyina enye omo de ne ko hospital man first aid ya efusane no but ye me se mente na ene no the menti ase ne say parliament no say wo de wu kra be ka kuma bi me adi so aso wani ya do to ambulance mu na say abna one rap chamber ho chamber say chamber ho no mo no floor ho no mo no wan ko ho no mo a na wo de ambulance me timi pie be ka wo ka ho because I say akoye no mo we mu no de bibi atimi si omapani akufo ado amemu no acceptable omo na ehun sempani asem bi omkasa ade eche ne anti asem fofra yechi no omo na kwama wo mo pa because bibi are possible but it shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case, but omo no de bia ye hwe ni so be ya anwanwase. Then what about see and meme ye ma bibi on be bia anye anwanwa bi sa no be so omo about the speaker of parliament yeah, what's not parliament for so many years? Why a minority leader? Why was it second deputy speaker? Why ye be what parliament speaker? A parliament process no a can be. Says a nipa no on to me rough floor hono mokrano. Now you're bona bomo de bebe siwa or come. Former minister, chieftaincy, minister, Papa says no. When you effective, just when you're active, why are you? Enti won kwa parliament o but e da obekwa parliament ni say bibi ye koye vote bi ye ko pass bibi na yaye e ye sa na mra ne ti ana eni e bo so da ma adwuma fa me stories send bi na mo frame na me kan yo sa online na me kan na mo frame na me kan me yi ai no ye de name bi di agro wo Ghana ha so newscasting abina yen ko abusuafo nti ablenya akwa bro no ma me CMG waba anopede na botire nya asem ketwa enya asem ketwa kra ye de tua musa enti we asem bi ewo ha daily graphic na weekend special person me di efri ase na Dr. Penimu bi Dr. Collins Bedu Ajiman wo ka asem bi a ehia pa na ni nyina efa se will be eje ne nkwa afri ne nsemu suicide na wotwe ya akwa ne ete se sa medie sa punishment na eda ho no mo
Emma Wanuma attempt womo eyese womo pese womo ji womo kwan fi womo nsem a anye yie no na che se womo eye
emra
amaye na ha womo asaka
because abena me bansa obi a ansa no bi ebe decide say obeku ne ho obe commit suicide no mentally no onye stable
yes
eniema bi ekoso na adwiri mu ohiamwa eti adentina ebi a stress bi frustrations bi enipa ni komu no or say may commit suicide. Fortunately for that person, no, maybe any person who in them, what me survive. So was saying a quam who must work can and no do. Or if you move fear, not police if I quack near the narco court near jailino. Instead, say be any panel, you didn't bet nasi because a man the baby Jimmy. I don't clinical psychologist, Dr. Derek will be or say a man the broken heart. Our real 17 year or see me cook. But Bama dear, Bama be across 70 Bama to you or boss 1 way and I fed you was we are saying and I said and now I just say I'd send me any go through maybe certain trauma beer or hear moi. O mine ya said ye ne say ye bebu anipa no ye be fa kwa bi so a ye be counsel nipa no say ye betimi a ye bebu anipa no ye mboa ne ya sa jeli nipa no 2 years 3 years e make sense
enti no eno wonsem na Dr. Penia wono na da Psychiatric Association of Ghana Dr. President of Ghana Psychological Association rather, but president and also the Psychiatric Association of Ghana, Dr. Ruth Uswentri, womu yina edo omono atumubia womu etrese sa emrana ya sakre mu no womu etremu se eye pa ne kwan so ano ne san say wobi ekosa atebia yi mu say wo pese waje ono akasa ne nkwa efri ne nsem a wo say na chese nipa no edru bunu mu akasa nipa no akwa ahonyeye mu akasa wo hia abusua ne ho moa ayonkofo ene oman ne nyina ho moa enti no se ya sachra emrani mu a wo say ne kwan so ano no na ene wo hwe anim hanom nso amanim se Eugene betumi akapcha Dr. Edda hanom se Dr. Bedu Agyeman Edda ha ena mrahye fie so wo mo etwa aso enase ne mrahye ni bi nso so Edda hanom se ne nyina eye enura da de ba ba chi ene kwempo ne na makwa ekiremu se wono wo mo ene siri pei na wohwemu asede wo manim eye wo hanom pa titikwa eye minority ne dom kuma no afa no na ene o mo ba no dani ni na bedi akire nyina wo mu nyina wo mo ewo hanom bia eye nuada ensama ekọ so mrahye fie se eye ECCI na wo mo se wo mo enyi ntum wo mo nkwa no mo koyo mo homework yie ensa famra na bills ni bi ahodo nso so a na ese wo mo gitum ni nyina ehun nsem wo kwa krata fedu nwotwe a nchemu ni nyina ewo honomo enti no wo hwe eye the daily graphic weekend special ensem kwa ewo mu no ebi eno no ebreni nti yento aso na yenkomu ewo the mirror the wokrata no na asembi ewo mu a ehia pa mi ankasa no makomu enti no meka na minim meka yi pa wo hwe krata fa etoso miensa na emumu wode na asentire no asempo na akasa eda anim hanom a wo kire say ukopiem wo full force eno ewo bunu mantem ni mu a wo kire say caretaker ba kwa wo honom ena wodi tudwa wo kire say live guards a eni ensuo ne ho ene afei security fo a eni ensuo ne ho no wo say yade ha adwen pa san say ensuo ne de ansa na eba be ye tourist center no eye kromafo ne de enti se fa ne se kroma nkwala no school fo nkwada ne sei
abela mami nko parliament yo hotel na yen clarify sa we say information about MP no
yo
yenya Nana Kwaku Bofa wa parliamentary reporter ya the esi enrada no efa deputy minister food and agriculture accident ya wonya ye no yenkona Nana Kwaku Bofa enchire mu Nana machi yo the esi ya wonra parliament no na wo ho no mu bi deputy minister food and agriculture ya wasanso eye MP for Nantom wonya accident Edba ne said ne see your report bay and a munyae.
My chief for I cannot with a mobile voice, you ever die and say, the police.
Yet, yes, I all night and the
I am a brother or more emo beto aba no efa first tax no no and almost say na tax mako no na and they need the numbers to vote into minority media na at the time we now 136 media no be our them into almost the time actually and more numbers no acquire 137 against 136 and see almost year motion na still now they say Ahmed Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim I challenge vote you know the corporate first voter voice voter no challenge it now to that one say my drag it kakra nti but blue bears omo ekomanim kakra no ana backbring for no more and chi ho no omo we concern say MPs bi ni fie ho omo ni ho nti Ahmed sore kan say no omo I will vote in the market count in abem but omo che say ministers ni bi eni ho ebubo de bi omo boy the minister ana mo sign ebo honorable education minister enti omo bo sa di no later on I say speaker say there be all the the numbers at the brain no a class for next enti one mo akan wi a omo kan head omo na mum no enyo mu di system we identify we oka ho we on kan another thing but clearly e o fi odi e say na more cannot be more na education minister but the farmers are there maybe they at the time omo really concern actually more than me but education minister dey mean no man central for the be start use near the DPP and the mono ana mo sa call into another voting in gombe call another voting na pay some say no there be we are minority for this stress here no na kwa say akwa heart le kakra into no and come and so from hands come to the leader we dey na dem so hands dey because there a way or man as into na do meet na come na eti ekoba say na honorable Hadi Tifero na ono so emi say omoye first one we all ana mo sign cancel one time bra na is Obano Mikasente no nti according to report where kunya or speaker lobby hot side no and then ni hobi eti that is omo say na hefo no frefre say onti awo tekem ka onti pamotu the report in the of the motor so of the car so of the motor so of the car so the ability many who say ye dina aso ye be dina no kaka and you go be free washroom ho e pin so body stretch cry ambulance stretch no e be see maybe a speaker lobby no speaker p e de e konra ni lobby ho na o mo be see kwana no e di o mo be see ho no we to ko better so but one na so ana mo so mu kakaka ndimi hu honorable governor Abuja minority chief whip so o kan ho bi ana me hu majority so call for ana mo ze o ma na se bi da for mo ye doctors bi ana fe so nurses o mo pio and doctors bi o mo pio so e garden ni ko kakaka ndo mo so mu kakaka din na oni stamina papa okwa no yi na ise ebe so mo ndimi wura mo me to ambulance ni mo no ana omo stabilizer the kakra ewo mu e be say 5 minutes 10 minutes be 5 to 10 minutes more ana mo say no why okay kakra nice ambulance say utimi etu but now there's no so it say rules na e wo pio no say odi ka be pio ento ma be second enti oda Abuja ene class ne omo ka ho no se wonya ba pio no oda 112 4 no say ye tuaba ana ye betuaba na waba na mum why physically challenge another why you are as a wapomu and no one ye incapable the incapacitated won ye fit say obabe tuaba na e was say class na trips to na no e be hwe say ampa wo pio wo premises wo ne mo say ni say the buy a won di an for so ne account wo
not just say we were outside uni parliament floor kra na say wo waba ho no no nko ade because na me pese ye clear say that any free ho no mo
waba ho no nko ade
wo around no nko ade
time I sorry say ye be kan man say ye bra ye be to aba no na wo ho the area year kind new so
Sabi fa hudi amu nyina mo se mo pese yagye enu nti me free ama no ne bae no enka me akoye se mo de mo se mo pene kakra me ni abotre sa me manfo obre etwase yagye fa hudi na omu hu se ne enkroma ekọ no omo ye omadwene so mbeyi nkroma di enti da bia mo nyina ayo na dwene se wo ba beyi nkroma di wo frɛ nkroma meeting no ana obi ma nkroma hint se nkroma ene wona ye krado se beyi wadi enti obi dane na chi na wa nkroma tro resignation letter say fi na kroma nka UGC se ho biem enti afi apema hankron aduanan kron 1949 nkroma eti amanyaku a ye fe no CPP efri afi apem ahankron aduanan kron no nkroma ekun ya se Ghana benya fa hodie ebim ko reporto nkroma kire ohima nkroma ne nkrofo bi echi wo mutumu ara enkosi afi apema hankron aduonum baako 1951 Ghana to na ba edikan ewo mayemo na no nkroma enya akwanya di kanti ne twase yi ni free afiase na nkroma ebeye the first leader of government business in the country sabre no monkan hu se na ya to abade na nkroma di nkunim de enso no bro ni fitaa de gusu edias. After 1951, 1954, Ghana benya the second general elections. And Nkrumah Mokunya kusi say on the 6th of March 1957, afi Ghana ebenya fa hodi. Nemo mkai hu say afi apema hankron. Aduonum nso bosome da etoso miensa mechire March. Ne bosome ya etoso nsia 6th of March no. Na Ghana nya fa hodi de enso na Ghana yensi ye franka na eyohima franka anesi wo man so enti kire se wanya fa hodie enso na oman no yende ye ho. Fast forward 1st July 1960 Kwame Nkrumah egire no ho ekonkoden wone na pamfo bedema mo kan kojobo otu mo kan empanyifo bi aka eboa no ama Ghana yitimi sie franka. So Ghana became a republic on 1st July 1960. Fast forward, and young man Kwame Nkrumah ye no. Ne abrofo na hunu se so man hwe no man ka Kwame Nkrumah ni suade hunu anhya mremu a. Nkrumah emema Ghana enya sikasem fa hodie. Na sene na Kwame Nkrumah pa bibi man asem no. Obehwa ka bibi man abom. Na abrofo ye ne se Africa will be the raw material hub for the developed world, especially America and Europe. Enti ye de no si ye beko nsuo ni akoja enu ana no pese ye ne mum Nkrumah ampe enti Nkrumah ne nkrofo bi am from pro western elements akronfo bi eye kanana ama eye 24 February 1966 ye tu Kwame Nkrumah ye ba papa Kwame Nkrumah history nyina enso ne enim se ye tan ye yem no na abro na na ne ye boye ho ne enim se ye boye ho abro no na ye yem wana na ye tan afi apema hankron adiosia 1969 abra ye tu Kwame Nkrumah Ghana benya the second republic ana buzia ana edano na abeje de se abra buzia ebeda no the British crown eforso buzia sabre no na buzia prime minister ana Kufuor papa ye president ye forso wom ama Ghana ye sidi no omu devalue no na che se ahwode ya na ewo Ghana sidi mu no abrofo force wom se so mo pem wade a etwase omu ma se sika no eba fom se munimu a abra Nkrumah tese no na Ghana sidi no na a value essing the US dollar. Na yakoya ni no free 1969 fast forward to 1972 a champion mobile emri ni honti menye ntiatia 79 JJ mobile and don't forget 1979 JJ ku na o stage no anya possible nti achi ni tum in 81 thereabout ana boachi jamo ekoye ku fufura wode ma jeje enti jeje ankasa de wantima anye ku anye successful 1983 yenyina enim ekomo eba Ghana ma operating field of self ni aka ni nyina aba yeyinu free on mo a 1992 Ghana eshe the Fourth Republic ase because 79 no Hillary man eba ba jeje sambe tu no enti from 1992 to 2023 omu just a Fourth Republic in yewom me de ko we mu nyina esan se 6th of March ana Ghana yenya mfisia adusianso na ohwe history ya yakomu ya me bisa se edie na Ghana yetimi aye amaye ho afei ma menu nwum no netie na Ghana eweti pamfo bi ti se South Korea ti se Singapore ti se Malaysia obeje di se ukọ Singapore mamu a womu ni mineral ba akokora ti se na Ghana ye wo gold ana ye wo diamond ana ye wo bauxite no ba akokoro mu ni bi ye yinu to nchen a wo mo asase na otese no ohancheche madusun eye meponko a enti aduane dua eye den enso nim se Singapore you can say South Korea omtimi ebo Ghana besia 70% of the land of South Korea are mountainous. They don't have a single mineral, and yet their per capita income is the same Ghana. Everybody saying, and so Ghana is simuja. Bisa who say a Diana link when you year Singapore and your first class country. Then Ghana you go to want to today. Abdul Rahman Tunkwa or G Malaysia for Efrin Kwasumo and making Malaysia a first world country. Kwame Nkuma yenu baby because Abra yet to know about 400 major factories. And so Ghana igusu e want to today. In 1965, Anna Singapore in Yafahudi. Ghana Yafahudi 1957. Somewhere 49 into 50s. Anna South Korea and so Yafahudi. Few years later Ghana Yafahudi. Somewhere 57 to 58. Anna Malaysia from Sunya Mfahudi. Ghana South time and women in Yafahudi. And so by the son of Maka to Quedim near the Yedi no to Quetri. And ne ya kind of food dear sono, essing your colonial masters are not a dear so. Essan say, send your slave masters, never be a Wamutian Quanum developing. Samson and ne, one a dear so, baby a Mutian Quanum developing. When him say, I ye be Mukasa Brofone Ghana, adding your railway, adding your school. Obroni ye railway a train be faswesa and say baby aduane be free aba no de akoni krum baby a gold be free aba diamond be free aba no de akoni krum bauxite ne manganese no e hope no ye railway ni fine enti okotu free mines na no de akogu shape mu ana play mu no de kama no ne nyaka nyina brofo develop obroni ye school kakra esan say no person wo kire Ghana ni sene obekan na wa chro brofo na watibini na communicate nemu nyesa omema Ghana ni ho ato no ninti da frem santo broni e kire yade besi ne yentimi nya hwe ye kra bibia wo mayemo enso ye hu sabi nyansa se ye be fa ne me bia to ye ho so ni asesa ne broni e kire ye no ye yi no free ho no mo a na abrofo no ana ye adwuma wo prestigious places me no ka say ene party bi wo so na onye party ba wan hwe a unya white collar job even soldier any police empa enye sanka ye no amanyo sebro ya tete na pansama ye nyina amanyo sem ene ba bia amofra be di agro kora ye ni bi hwe for Sunderland Park ni nyina ye basa ni ye ya ne say dignity of human rights ene se nipa benya ne fa hodie papa na ebebo nipa nkwankro no oman ne nsa hye bibrase enso ne at the face of human dignity amofra gusu esuade woniase at the face of human dignity oba tan kwa woso na one ne ma edafom na mibisa abusuafo nko agye adwuma na fa yeso o man Ghana de omfom anu kopim dan na abrofo no ewia yesika bebre ene se okwan no a ana ye nkrofo edi yeso no egusu wia yesika ne ye kaase ye pamu obroni na obibini abeyiye sa ne yenim se ye to aba ama yankasa yatamfo nti wo man ne yanwini ni sei anase afu ana yeyo we nyina akire o man no gusu e won twetwede 67 years after independence e die ne wo so man sanka mi omampani na anka se ne yesua ye homa no ye besesa no anka me de ye besi school of electronics sa school no ye TV ye fan ye fridge ye ajo na sa school na nya brofo ne ye koka wo ho ye kosua de enti se wo free sa school na won so be ye TV ama oman no wo be ye fridge wo be ye fan anka ne ye krefa brochire nyina ye bidwa. Every nation that has developed based on culture and so my ya to ya mabra saram adenti na yensua kente e wo universities because already markets adenti na yensua kente enwene e wo universities because already markets adenti na yensua se ne ya ayewa e wo universities because already markets we ye niema da ne da ye to enso ye mfa nhye ye homasuam esan so broni nim se wo kire o se ne oye ono no siuta da obehunu ne de ye no obegya ne de to enti wafaw adwen kwaso mu se ne be ya onde ho da na we na yese empanyifo dwede kwakire ne ehunu enya brofoka ana kire nim de enye suku kɔ ana kire se obi atutumpɔn na emum awurade nim de ne nyansa ye de bebu o mai hwɛ to a ye de yen hwɛ besi a ye kɔbɔ meni okasa Ghana e ka ye de over $600 billion enso hwɛ Ghana kwan enso hwɛ Ghana kwan amofra wie skwa wonya dwuma anye brichiri na abo man no bibia wo man mu bia anye adepa bia ye obroni dia na ye ne obroni kura akɔ hyehyɛ afa yen agudi ho no obroni afɔ ha kyekyɛ mu abiokron na man Ghana ya fa ɔha kyekyɛ mu du enti ɔman ana ye nwene anase ye den enema mienu na ye ɔman cultural values and natural resources. Cultural values ni frɛ awurade hɔ enti ɛno na ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛ ne bɛrima na ɛsiane sɛ wɔyɛ bɛrima yɛ ne ɔbaa na ɛsiane sɛ yɛ ɔbaa. Cultural values na ɛkyerɛ sɛ wɔn panyin akyea no ɛma ne nika nkyea o. Cultural values na ɛkyerɛ sɛ wote akonnwa so na sɛ kwam kwa akye si panyin a sɔre na wɔn tena se ɛnɛ saa cultural values no obroni ama ne nyinaa ayera na mɛkyerɛ oni entia enti obroni ahu sɛ yagudie no wafa ne nyinaa nya yekura mu sese ye cultural values enti wotimi sɛ ye cultural values na kyɛ sɛ wafa yi no mu krakra ɛnɛ Ghana nia wɔte borɔfo no ɔna kyerɛ sɛ onim nyansa na mede ne nyina asi esan sɛ Deputy Director of Elections Emma NDC Madi Mohammed Gibril aba abeka mensa ba meka bibi akyerɛ utaw na yesua de na tribalism enti yɛntwɛ ho na yɛba empanyifo wo fia no meda ne omadi akyerɛ na afia de kodi amepɛsɛ mekan no makan so amam yɛnkɔma.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T&C's apply.
He is able to deliver.
Tell your ministries worldwide. I sign friend of the Father's Family Church. One of the night of miracles and prophecies Ediaba and Sajanene and Komse. Fima Dasuni, God is able. Reverend Sumfianko Awiye Unyamideni Yan Sanchania and that from Kra. The country quite baby baby. I'm many Padudwana. Woman to quay near all Katana Braboni Unko Yen Famano. What me to quay echo America Memo. The Nana what they say and they were what dear papa. A fee, the Nana open promotion. A word you memo. I input woman list by Nani Din Kamo. Yanko Seni ye no nyam am ye promote no wo adwuma mu obi so ye chine kum wo bra na onye boni bia na so no ebra wo te Reverend Somfiankon ka pe onyame ayi ni kum afiri ohawa na owo mu bra na wabra bo enye sada kwasiara wei ene kwasiara bia 4 p.m. Ewo Old Ashoman Coca-Cola Abloje Ashoman Abukobi Kwanas Fred 0240 5457 00 050 4678 868 and on Facebook aye Reverend Somfiankon Osabakaye na oni ye dinkomo sene so se wo ba wodi nsuo ene oyel ene beba Reverend Somfiankon wonyame de wo yansa nkyerane apa
The incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, flag bearer, Zuma National Democratic Congress. Also, in Chemo Bibiara, or it's a democracy. Sarah LKM Manigana Ma, Grata Shishene economy, I wanted to our pants. In education system, I was saying, friends and family governments are all called the current administration. I watch her, Micha Hashipa, all called a shepherdin, Afraba, Bibiara, as Ghana, yes. I watch her dos. And you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, our everything crap to Yerika Bob, they are build the Ghana together. As the more few wine there, support in the campaign for 2024 election. JM 2024. As the more few wine there, when Sabaka do you see good governance card in the B? Good governance card in your card, and you was there support JM 2024 campaign. Good governance card. What did you do? And Timawusi Kanyama was in the bottom. Now also Ajos. Also, one pedal what the good governance card. When this is 40, 30, 10 citizens so. The bottom about short code *248*6#. Now also ascend the was it. Good governance card. After that, you was in a support to JM 2024. The bottom a friend 0534 000 261 now 0531 033 503 and now 050 982 3400. You can on internet to do www.ndcgoodgovernancecard.com. Mayan Kambo, they am build a Ghana together with John Dramani Mahama. Nyaminsha.
The Mako Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, who credit me, say, and you know, award, a word bestie, Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, the Cassa, and as a boy, the anchoring to them with you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. A sign I want to say, near Pro Etuno, near Anchor, Obana, Bemo Power, and Yarwankaye.
Nancy Mamika say, and the Spana called Moekayeno. Greenfield that are romantic and was our soldier and also a him.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory. And a diagnostic machine, sir. I should share the Pebiani Moankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nubadogo, Estate Junction, last stop. There was 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
All right, that's it. Takra 100.5 FM, 45 minutes past. Yeah, all 7. My catcher will say, "What time? No, as remember time na me bono." Anyways, me di indi na otuda kwa bida for aye krado yeba bedi enkomo na ene empanyufo ewufia no mo no mudu. Mesrawo ubetimi aba Facebook na wachira wadwene udru wono so na wa share amayen. Yura Madi Mohammed Debreo, Deputy Director of Elections, National Democratic Congress, Mira Ufia. Ten catch it, but never 50 years birthday. My personal because Unimejumano, that's right. Topra Abredu Nyansa Kuku, a private legal practitioner. Omwa associates you to a court. They always contribute to foreign economies. Almost wa. Samson na courage makafui you ne eku. On the 7 days in the Sweden. National Communications Team member Ma NDC. You heard him to say citizen Ato Dazi Babeka Yensa. I am committed to partner Mahama, ready to serve Ghana with integrity. Where Nana Opoku Ajiman. I will await Supreme Court ruling before deciding on anti-gay bill. Where Nana Akufu Ado, John Kuma, and so a court. Any matters arising. But I'll start with Madi. Na yenyi win free on I'm sure say following EC guidelines, IPAC meetings, other fallouts. Honorable, Yamuakwaba. Honorable Pum to say. The radiasi. Eduma de nim so bebo. Ye nim na wiano. Yen sef kan ahwe na nim anajo. Enti no, I mean, we continue to praise you on the good job you are doing. Ye here your vigilance and one Ghana for here.
Na adum se no se beba.
Ghana for so beto aba no. Na emum Ghana for say nyomu na umbegina aba no ho. Ti esere mu mamu mu bia nko giti ni biscuits. Catch them.
Enko yes nyama no, but even though say like as Ghana for beto aba no, Ghana for ni now so the beboa ama yetimi protect aba ye koto no. Because you see it's a month for any elections in one. It will reduce more of this rigging and then manipulation of elections. And the IIJ say we're spending more time to educate many people, so that people understand the electoral rules. You know, because some time back now the election issue, I said security number, or the be young country we even though do tell me agent go to an agent I was able to say we're agents, but you see when many people understand the process a amount for the other bonny crap no why careful.
That's right, because
who are banner water and every kind one banner better no one tier once here and we see one, but beyond that, you know, as a party yes you be juma abroso to make sure say near party Ghana for a person yet to about man so we win elections, you know. It comes to pass. And then it may yet issues, you know.
All right. And one other thing, na yemra your common so Ghana for be bring so ejidi say there are some people in this government they are candidate for jail. As director of elections, you know, yeah the suma say munya akwanya all these people must be arrested. We know say within 4 years you can't do much. I just say radibum. But you can reset the country's footing. The microphobia di Ghana boneno. Esa mo shebo se mo ba mo meye father for all.
See, one of the challenge the NDC had when we won power in 2008, it is where we thought say yes, put our system to eradicate all these issues are here. So whilst you are solving say ubia bonnet or solve that problem, you know, you're also working within your own system. But some people took opportunity about that one. NDC, as I know, if you don't do such things, so we are my bonnet, yet me correct it's our bonnet, no.
Yeah.
It will be difficult for us to come to Ghanaians to say we need Ghana's support.
That's right.
That one to be difficult.
That's right.
Because you see, bonnet no, I quite serious. In fact, at times when you listen to some of those things, then you obviously someone say, Ghana. In fact, when I even heard this Reverend Amishada, this is somebody who will tell you, say, oh, Basoro crap or no, this your contribution should be clean. Then you hear say, Wanya Quina, Nitamaso, I'll be so over to me, say Jumano. Na or Bunny Neguso.
Yeah.
Ama or Jessica, ye Juman say, when you Juma, that level. Then you ask yourself, say, Suban Ben Ebedi Ebedu.
Okay.
At what brought us to this level? When people who believe say a system is able to corrupt them. What you say? So in this that 6 years before then, usu da yakurapon na nkoye bone. Usu da ya osika ho a na aye bone. But I bet you say people are proud enough to show wealth. Enti ebe hu adwuma.
Okay.
Ebe jo both outsiders and insiders. And your mama has always shown that one to Ghana say obey.
Finally, before Yebeba Nintia Mosha CSM IPAC. Na ya follow with the guidelines are easy about anyhow I be favor in favor no. Nia Ghana phobia, especially NDC for saying Sansuma na Jomahama as one thing say MPP boa mon Crawford pa NDC you can challenge me mon Crawford this time. Almost I mean country mu say munya akwanya obi bia obebua ni bia Ghana ni including those who are supporting you. So this time don't come and neglect your own. Send your MPP funds who are making millionaires out of their people. Search for your people and also make millionaires out of them. They are all Ghanaians. Last one.
Nana to Yebeye Asum Mangana. However, when all of us also had the opportunity, we should make sure say ye Juma Abojo Muhammad to succeed.
Okay. Afi yenin komo. Edian enam so me pese me pese kamene
na wo kan ye no. Say 9PP4 have made millionaires out of people. Or making sure say we catch your mama say yes we ba. We should make millionaires, you know. Look, we will make genuine business people.
So I should say genuine millionaires.
Not just millionaires.
That's right. Genuine
we millionaires. Are not going to take the state money. We are buying car.
That's not what we mean.
There should be genuine business people who will make genuine money.
Exactly. That's the point I want to make. Thank you. Mbacho, I didn't know that NDC Munko IPAC meeting.
I know to one for Quenya.
Feed them Moko.
Mima Quenya went here with for no one show Facebook.
So many others.
Na minchia me brother mo both courage ne Topra. I think this is the first time we are meeting an unfortunate meeting my mischief host. So first time.
Me general no so no mo say na say one frame me. One frame me banya hwe.
Enti edi nchiaso kesebe ma o mampelin John Dramani Mahama. This time around here Kasan or Upper West region.
Oh, okay.
After Upper West region, our bank cry to continue his tour. In Paibona Ebo Ama Mosa Ahondin at this time around find no free cry. Many people thought he left Accra on Thursday, no way meet will be no Upper West. In fact, when I saw them at Dafiama, I say wow. Then tells you that that's energy, that strength of the man, that among of say energy in every hineba. We only have to pray, say Nyangopo Mama Sahondeno, to be able to achieve what we want. And we believe how we are going, Yami Aduma, the victory will be ours for the 2024 elections. Otu IPAC creation political parties are calling for. Especially our opponent when after 2022 elections between political parties and Electoral Commission because we are part of the stakeholders about to now the NDC is accepted because it's a very good platform ultimately will advise ideas in fact once you get to IPAC, it resolves many issues. And we have played a role in IPAC. I have been in IPAC, I think, in 2016, during 2016. I have attended IPAC. And I know how IPAC useful IPAC was. In fact, in 2016, BBC ballot paper, print on a ballot paper for voter region.
Okay.
In fact, John Mohammed's picture was blurred.
John Mohammed's
yes. In
2016.
2016 election.
In which region?
For voter region. Now printed one cry. And then the code number now code I say every pink share fence and ballot paper piano. Your code.
And a serial no.
Serial number code. Code na DNS starting for voter region. But all the ballot paper they were printing they're not dealing in
how?
Yes. So you say issue no. It was IPAC. In fact, IPAC emergency. And in fact, it was called that now team they bring out outside. I represented the party at that time because the national chairman said the general secretary then said this is what has happened. And IPAC said that we resolved the issues at that point to be able to allow the elections to go. Okay. To be here. So IPAC has been a useful platform and NDC always support and attend. Until when Mami J mentioned
Electoral Commission.
In fact, where Electoral Commission, it began with that pressure, that problem, because she was the first Electoral Commission appointed. Her first meeting she didn't attend.
Wow.
Yes, her first meeting because she appointed. Now we're outside. Until the letter when the invitee came to the party 30 minutes before IPAC meeting. And I guess I had too short, especially during the first meeting. So then they didn't attend that IPAC meeting. By a trauma, you say it can be possible, say, a bit better, especially when the person who's inviting you or knew, but the letter was signed in her name.
Okay.
Only did and sign. But when we made those, said this appeal petition, no, she called us. If I remember when I participated in that meeting between NDC and just the chairpersons.
Okay.
I was here. From there, we were working better, at least. So we be able to share. Then go to a point. On one case, I can say, IPAC no omu idea advice be and name for some ma your friends commission. Adia umbeye and umbeye they don't need any IPAC any advisory from any political party. Then the beggar say NDC and an MP electoral commission. You cook out NDC issues. So if I'm coming to your meetings and you think that I am not useful to what you need, then what is the need for me to be at that point? So that caused NDC to boycott the IPAC meet because me kokra because I'm no.
Okay, nti at the end sankamo ma mo san share IPAC ase.
Yes, because we have always maintained say political parties needed to be an IPAC and advise the Electoral Commission because it's stakeholders. Because we have like Christian Council, Peace Council, Muslims leaders who always start engaging the NDC. Say we need Ghana to move on. Yes, okay. Yes, Ghana.
That's right.
But before I call, we also need a platform to also agree with the BBI corner say so we miss our opportunity. We have no problem. So there was an engagement behind the scene between the Peace Council, between other groups in Asia. So we before Christmas, it was a platform in the around Iburia. Peace Council, the Electoral Commission. That is where she made a statement. Say, maybe you could do a film. In fact, that was the first time she put hand and shook our. The executive NDC executive.
Okay.
This is the first time. In fact, between the boycott and that time, that is the worst time. The first time Electoral Commission started having military men start even putting barricade around themselves. Like it's now NDC, but we are friends. We are brothers in this game. So we have decided as a party say okay. What is the cause? We'll go back, but we believe he said they will listen to us. But not as you say, can't somehow you take it. No, we are not saying that, but we are all having discussion to see how we shape our president.
Yeah, Ben, I'm free IPAC if
2021.
2021.
Yes, after elections. Because the last time on the NDC share on the 3rd December 2020.
Okay.
The NDC met at IPAC. Now pink sheet issue, instead of pool issue by we share now problem I boom and resolve that issue.
Okay.
But after that, because the NDC started to say there are things that we need to do, but they say they be acquire problem say court all these things came in.
Okay.
So even before na kind of a cardinal relationship and a court issue be so. Since then, we saw what have I believe that they also learned lessons. And Monday this year, 22nd, and I first IPAC meeting now.
Say, me initial commentary na say Electoral Commission no munye that engaging. Sabi mu raise issues and kamya ko say more how margin. Amon person be tie Indiana, say maybe I won't hear me there. I mean, I have to sit somewhere. And they said I'm free as far back as 2021. Okay, this time I'm following my first meeting. Do you think, based on the gestures, any demeanor of the commissioner and any other commissioners, this time they'll be engaging based on the brief rapport you've had? And I say, even if they've given you such beautiful rapport, based on your own assessment.
This has been the third. In fact, so far this year, yeah, share IPAC 3 times.
Okay, so at least it's good time to,
to
massage. Yeah.
And rapport no the rapport and I believe say each of the parties have learned lessons, and the more so the Electoral Commission, because we have seen since then Omu kase bibia in there afesia. Omu see we have agreed with political parties. In fact, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
First, somebody say Electoral Commission have decided this way.
Okay.
Even when we have decided this way.
Because the major stakeholder was not there.
But no, even though they meet IPAC, because before these 2023 elections, as registration, there was IPAC meeting. When IPAC they finished the meeting, without reporting back to IPAC, they came out to do what they want to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's 2023.
Okay.
But yesterday, for the first one, invitation for the calendar year issue. In fact, we went there in the mind say a best started from calendar year from January to December elections. But what we went to meet there was about the November-December issue. In fact, that was their main thing.
Okay.
At that point, we made our mind clear. As a support to proposal because it was our first time. The public discourse say, oh yeah, that was time Dr. Bosma Bontinka say I'm 60% supported the idea of the changing of the month into Ombekoswaye. But we also didn't sit and also just have to say comfortable in terms of, but we kept on educating the people, tell them the reason why and yet the right time to change the December to November. So the last time that's the third one.
Okay. Before
the calendar issue, and this is what they said. Say
who said?
The chairperson.
Okay.
Say in your baby CC, but that's what they want to start the meeting with.
Okay.
But any date issue now more the other say Nankayen Samantin because of the previous experience but after engaging political parties, stakeholders, to say proposal in the year, but this time around, that was the first, even the opening of the meeting. Two, and now the issue of indelible ink. I said, I use indelible ink, no, a crane use so. But political parties' views now, they buy, based on experience on war for mono, to say we'll still use the indelible ink for the 2024.
Okay, so it's on record. Say one is to say indelible ink use no. It's now clarified.
No, it's clear.
Will be use indelible ink.
It's clear.
Okay.
3. Say you bench CI. You know we mentioned about the CI issue. Say at time I hear what you say. You don't need to change any part of the CI this time around because the major CI and competitors are about control registration and then not using guarantor system.
Yeah.
It's only Ghana card. Now our argument then, and they say we don't have problem for Ghanaians to use Ghana card if every Ghanaian have Ghana card.
Yeah. So we don't have Ghana card,
no.
which will be beautiful in a way.
Yes, because it makes things easier.
Yeah, it makes things easier.
However, once I know Biana Ewo Ghana card, and Ghana and crown.
Yeah.
So don't push to this one. Let us take our time and get this, especially when your department, your institution is different from the NI, where you are depending on them. You cannot depend on somebody who you don't know his strength to make your argument.
That's right.
You can say same way a country half a parliament. I'm a parliament I'm a friend speaker. In fact, what is that? Normal doesn't happen. Speaker came to do it. Minister of Finance promising Ghanaians or say or must 100 million be at the end of the day. Yes, share last time the same speaker was saying now I'm depending on NIA. But looking at the things, even though monies are released to the NIA, they have not able to achieve what they want.
Targeted.
So they will not push for Ghana card alone.
Okay.
Solely Ghana card to be registration. We will still consider, but she only begs say political parties should help so that a better me man for misuse the friends abuse the guarantor system.
Okay.
That's we guarantor system control registration. One control registration will not happen, but guarantor system you use guarantor because CI
but this time the continuous registration okay, but you use guarantor. Okay, into me per se omo 80 into say because our bontin say yes say obi an use Ghana card and e bi musu say e bi mu ni Ghana card. So for instance, if you share Apieti, my music Apieti, the whole town was ravaged. We share Akosombo spillover, a whole community, and your communities have been ravaged. Such people from Ghana card in United States, they and all those ones. Are we saying, based on IPAC meeting, say 2024 elections, you Ghana card now? A bimbe to use guarantor system one.
All right, so let's do two things.
Okay.
No suggestion say the Ghana card beto aba. There has never been any suggestion say beto aba the Ghana card beto aba.
Okay.
The argument is
the Electoral Commission made that suggestion.
That be
okay.
Yeah, but so you din e will register no more. Document the ban and me use so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Inti the Electoral Commission for say obey.
In short, I say proof of nationality.
Yes.
What are you going to use as an evidence that you are a Ghanaian?
Yeah. So it still comes back to the same point.
Yes.
Say mini Ghana card mean to me register. And I'm registered and I'm to abano. So it's obvious to say the Ghana card never to abano.
Okay. But for registration, now you see can say omo amanya 18 cc. Omo ntro mudino. Obiabe yusu so oni Ghana can count to be introduced. That was what they were pushing.
Okay.
But Parliament and gentlemen, political party didn't support.
Okay.
So CIA should be a lot. Parliament and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And a party, so that is what political party you push. Say can say they be any because in your be na Ghana card. You see. In the end to a bonema mo ni Ghana card no crap on so ntwe mo di bi.
Okay.
Nti obetro wudi now 18 years CC. Omo mo ntwe mo di from last 2023 registration year no. Ebe CC. Omo nya 18 years ebro so ni na no mo twe mo di no. Obetro wudi na wo Ghana card a. Obetro wo Ghana card na twe wudi.
Okay.
Sa une kala o passport obetro wudi ebe twe wudi. Ba uni sa nyi me nu we ni na obana se me ni Ghana ka me ni passport. Obetimi gina out the watch on the dada. O papa o mame ana unia ana odanfo bia o woti area ho be
na ye no kane no
kane no ase me gina o ama otu
se minimum
no no e feeling from no what show them based on me ma twa me din dada and then find guarantee system na no ba mienu e na gina ma o e kire wodi if mienu e na gina ma ni papa foforo na obetro ne die no what show ne die eno no sa na e be for this limited registration na e be for 2024 I be start on the 7th May to 27th May.
Memoir running me through the lineup, but easy a issue be I think says of national concern where you belong.
Mr. Darko.
Yes.
Mami clarification kakra nka ho.
Okay.
Senior Ekasa no, I say guarantees me too. It's true. But in the CI, I know say if you are guaranteeing for somebody, you can't guarantee for 10 more than 10 people.
Okay.
So your limit is 10.
Yeah.
So it's semi guarantee will be now if I'm a registered voter, I'm guarantee
more than 10.
More than 10. Okay. The public too should note that because if you guarantee more than 10, then you are committing.
Okay. So
that's what I was trying to just. I was just trying to limit it to why na beti me I guarantee.
No, so it's just an addition. Now person is saying beside Electoral Commissioner every be who here. We are buru NDC and NPP so. Which has to do with abuse of the guarantor system. Okay. Ebimu aye contractors, may ho say dom kwabnyo. Ebimu aye contractors. Enu didi. Well, we entertain no any 10 Ghana na so any ade. Enti se bitafra me nka so onim no kra na o de ba wo. But mo pay dey hu.
Okay.
Se we Ivorian ni, but only pa ko ni pu bibia dinti na wakoje ayama no. In the end no affect MPP, affect this Ghana.
That is why we push for say young registration go closer to the people. When NDC was calling say registration and bank for no enyake o say nyanke was had 2 minutes crap the polling station, which makes it easier. Say I can just walk with him to the center.
Yeah.
But my D18 we were Bole Bamboy. Between Bole to Bamboy, is 2.5 hour drive. No my free ho. We are trying with you which registration could have been cheaper, easier. Now I have to pay transportation. The bank and tell me no. That means they have to also have to pay transportation. You see, now you have made the opportunity, the cost of registration
very
to
costly.
vote very expensive.
Very costly.
Oh, this time around, almost at TA say registration at district offices the last time, which is 261 sentence,
Yeah.
This time around, almost the sentence in back on. Because almost who say, 261, a month for break. Political party, it costs political parties. It costs to individuals na trouble. So they will now move the sentence more, even though they call all the electoral area. But it will be a fair how to reach electoral area. In the electoral area, baby was a front plain area. Who cause friends North Town, you have to go through a Shah Sudoku to come to another electoral area within the same friends. There's one electoral area, just a Togo. And son of back into Ahoy.
How?
Yes. Route,
Ah. Okay. Over fat border in Nana. Because there's one border and I know when they way. MPP, MP, or the same.
Yes,
I've been there before.
There are some areas you have to go through Togo.
And some must be
Wasaba.
Hey.
Yes.
That's true.
Wow.
If you in Ghana here.
In fact, the first time I met
Yes. I will on the phone long. Use practical things I want from no. And not just easy for you to look at the paper on paper. You can say be your policies. Sure. Uko amenfia.
Okay.
Amenfi. Asinof.
Okay.
You have to go through Obuase.
Some
area you have to go another time. So you have to go to central region to enter if you want to make it easier.
Okay.
You could be Bibiania. At times, if you are in Ashanti region, you want to work very well. And then you get into Ashanti region constituency to be able to get into those. So you need to understand those ones. And to so see machine back when what district officer a man for every. So now the almost MRTAs are issues. So they will make more of the sentence. But that sentence, say about area the machine be 2 days. Say 21 days. Every community we need the machine for 2 days. Normal trading. Then they will move to another area. But district one the 21 days. Ever continue.
Okay.
In fact, I reduce pressure.
Okay.
It will add more numbers. In fact, even though Homo target is 600.
Are you saying say district registration centers in the Beho? In addition to that one, send a machine and also be moving from centers as mop up.
During the same 21 days.
Send your baby and cover
like the mobile.
Yeah, mobile.
Your registration to from 7th May to 27th May.
Okay.
District office in 21 days. Machines no hodibia.
Okay.
But to this district no mono. Other sentence account. In the time registration, there be more sentence means within the district.
Okay.
Plus the district ones.
Okay.
But side means and almost 21 days each. Or has 2 days.
No different.
No actually no sound this area.
Say no be a benyabi.
No benyabi.
Okay.
Me at the time
it's better.
It's better.
Yeah, it's
at least this one is better than even the nine first every district electoral area. But we I think we accept it based on number now capture. It will reduce the involvement of
but honorable now can cost to be I'll come to cost. But if Ghana for your taxes and you need to electoral commission for and you see a electoral area, for two major reasons. One, convenience. And number two, some of the Bami electoral area, some di Mohammed Gibril be register. Me te ho minim se o free ho me mani register. Me pacho ne can say. But chances are that you be moving from one sector to another. Obi be free be register. E bia na minim no. Enti no se Ghana for yan na yetwa. What stops Electoral Commission from doing it at electoral centers? Not to say no maye nenye, but it could have been electoral centers. No bia ho aton. Yan yetwa ne yi sine twa ka yen sika.
Se so anka so nim say economy na anka sa no.
Economy bay.
The reality, like I say, baby, which is about the last registration 2019. Your centers about 1,200 centers. As I get 216 this time around. So let's say it's an improvement to what I see the last time around. When it comes to say so be vigilant at the polling registration centers. I believe say the political parties will play the role sooner. It will say the credible register no for the
for about 7 minutes 10 minutes in Vienna union monso kabe afi maye hunu line up no. Okay. I mean money is sikushia you know ya tete say bi wa bontin there but from the horse's own mouth na ye na ye ho so say bia month we date we ne be see cause say you better about the 7th of December.
So na make it say the major ones and they say one no new CI other for registration or for elections.
Number 1
no CI which means second no CI which means you better about from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
First number say upon 3
at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
What do you
5 no crane so
2 in that if you can see ya na come creating new polling stations.
Okay.
To have more polling stations so that the number of the polling stations will reduce. Okay. Say so no almost create polling stations but almost split polling station. Two different things. Say kasi you create new polling station na polling station baby ayan to abada. Brono ayan for polling station ankoda. Abu person for polling station anko. And you friend creating of polling station.
Okay.
But yaka splitter which be chemu. Check polling station no no. Oh, your threshold ye je to mo say register and e do some number. A post pay say ye chemu. Threshold ni 749.
Okay.
And then modiama. Your polling station was 749. So far it will be your 600 and over 600. But split of polling station it comes after registration, limited registration. Until your first one, your best second one. After second one you be first in May we no. Police station be brought 749 biano on be chemu no.
Okay.
So they are looking at 4,000 more to add. Matisa people say only 4,000 almost projected 4,000.
Okay.
But they do 4,000. I might do 4,000. But this is what they are looking because based on the data you for 747 there no. So we are likely to split.
Okay.
And that is how it is. You know, every December, so after that split, you know, it will be able to about with 42 polling stations, 4,000.
Okay. So before you continue, UTM Awakra FM, so question bia ma dear ubetimi asene about Facebook. Ono ye Deputy Director of Elections, Emma NDC. Question bia ubia, and of course, so our high so dear, even though unjinemo MPP, but unjinemo IPAC anesa because Kobe. Eti Mr. Wa question bia bra Accra 100.5 FM na bisa na me kanchire no so ema yimoye me pachoto.
Now within the registration, after registration in May, you be there friend of transfer and proxy. Transfer ni say matro medi constituency and polling station. Me 12 be bia me wa kwetena be for some time. How na pesa me nto aba. Into wo kwenya say they say be me so me nto aba so fraud. Me yi medi every be ewo aba be bia me wo sese. Eno so ya be ewo e no betena at say odin aba.
Okay.
And the friend transfer. I don't know 16 days or more there towards say in June and they be that's after registration any proxy no. Then now you acquire exhibition again in June. Exhibition they say the register number 2 na obi abehwe say media ya chiro mu ya chiro ni ye because the who 2023 I acquire assembly elections among for branch e didn't be brave if register no more. It didn't be brave. But because of acquire assembly election among for in fact we have raised it. You per se you should register no. But my emre betimi ahwe travel betimi aye register no issues no. And that's another major issue. Then the filing of the nominations there will be nominations in September time will be a nomination. Then elections you know about December 7th 2024 Senegal. Then in case there's runoff, which we believe say there will be no runoff this time around. You're clear in your mind. In fact, until you read this portion, no? Yes, you decided to say a bit cut a line everywhere because we are clear in our mind. Say, in this way we need election. No, in the one.
Say easy that he's making room.
Let me cut a line everywhere. Yeah, mean visit them. We are clear in our mind.
One touch.
One touch. In fact, the people beside Electoral Commission, that's what you say. But
what was the response?
Oh, I say, I need to also when the program say. Enti timetable now, Modia to I believe as far as they say, political parties has been a guide for the political parties to your preparation. They are fair for all this time. And yes, we have agreed on in principle in your mark. This is implementation.
Okay.
Say, remember to me, issues in Senepeno. What you say? We're all going to be part of it to guide to make it successful.
Okay. Now, finally, and I'm sure someone will be kind of topics in the but union baby answer. What is the assurance you're giving to followers? Okasa NDC, number person of course, NDC followers, based on Nikita Papa Mwenye, any this time, send them person that way. You are going to deliver victory to them. But I'm saying, more type in Yammy, who type the name of Menya means that say you be critical and vigilant, you know. In terms of even pulling agent, assurance being a modern Magana for because they are floating voters. If you might imagine, say, you don't know where to vote to. Assurance being at the moment say, NDC, and that you are going to protect one ballot.
Otu Obeshe from 3 months ago, our approach to electoral issues assistant. Because we know the pressure, we know the expectation from Ghanaians on us. Say we will not be forgiven if we disappoint Ghanaians to come and tell stories and no MC. To train our agent to put in, I believe, say, and no, and yet, but wherever we put an agent, you do the best for this party in the country. Victory will be protected. Clear that one to it. At least we share this indelible ink issue. In fact, if this indelible ink issue has come on, say, I can tell you, say, some 25% of NDC vote will go out. Because people before said they've been crawling with their game now more to and come away. But we took our time and fought it and got it back to be used. Because never sang kitty way no and they lose confidence. I'm a to say a baby be at their film. And I can assure you say starting this way, there are more things that ahead of us to do.
Okay.
Then my catcher will say even calendar money no run off woman that run off in every hole.
Okay. Now you say NDC
we can't disappoint Ghanaians. We can't disappoint John Mahama. No, never again.
Okay. Yeah, one person when you other political parties are said no opposition. I am also Monkaum. I think say baby do say or man we need to involve other partners, you know, because the shadow to them. Kufuad where the rano there. Into mobile, you know. Other political parties no almost tomonumo.
I can't meet you power on this issue. And say meet you now Casa be a one name or two emotional day cano. Come on light TV. Only say or two or say now do a nation Jesus Christ.
Why?
Yes, Mr. Woody, to Cassa. Mr. Papa, women trusting you. Papa, when you're people,
atmosphere, no,
but I'm happy, sir. You have seen it. You have seen it. We will not disappoint. That's why there was that atmosphere. Let me see, light TV.
Yeah.
Me see, we not to Cassa. No, but we are sure about Okano. Now do we see that now do name people.
But again, so bad.
Yeah.
But Kufuado and the president. And Kadachi that because so fine my be by.
That's right.
Uncle Peso president by a then. Yeah, man, a chance.
Yeah,
you make Kufuado chance. The Ghana Konichi.
Yeah.
Tell them catch you 30 years.
Yeah.
Things that used to happen last 30 years. And as you see, they are bankrupt to be the necessary of good.
But my sister, since after our IPAC meeting, the way we communicated, I've seen here some of our members for say, praise the Electoral Commission too much. I think that they have the right to make that. You don't fight for anything. If there's nothing to fight for, you don't fight.
Yeah.
So, Bisuya Dina you praise the person. It doesn't mean say who praising no. You don't have the right say bibia obetness bibia ebenesa. They should have the confidence say bibia ebeya M1 will fight for it and get it right.
Do not be worried about such comments. You will be educated because if there's no fight, why do you fight? Okay. So there's a 2000 swabeka yensa. My mini kaimana kwa bansana. My really few messages now. And at time maybe bunu talk.
No too.
Mira. Mbumze.
Yamanado. Muye.
Fugu any patrick and John Mahama Kufuado no. Fugu no boarding.
The road to Anape Namiraho Pa. Miraho. The Bia Mekada, you see, you need just about 6 to 8 people to carry your casket whilst you are alive, whilst you die.
That's right.
Say you are Yanko for be Siana, our tree. No was your fundaka, we could see you. Nasa Daminko for Siana, our tree. Wa bra won kwan se wo susu mu wo mawdo was you see baby ya nke probably you'll be better off than you are, but they will wait till you die to lift you.
I see.
Sometimes yet I see every politician is a bad person until he dies. You see, we vilify so many people, but say you are, then we tend to change the narrative. And I pay my make kind there and confirm what you want some banungutiana was share. Sebi, what you want some person one share.
Okay.
And some man I pay Bobo, remember Namite. Na za munya ma di odi wie no. I think it's very critical. We need to talk about it. There's a small B.
What I said, they're not for time.
Now, uncle meeting.
My mama time and one cast my tape from over 10 minutes. That is what I say. And you have a woman some about who they call.
Says small B. Don't go meeting. No co. Now, Bano or a castle mosi meeting as a show. Nepa kind of them roll a penna. No, small man go ye. Because more came,
of course,
I am going to the party. I was at IPAC meeting.
So,
Zokwado, Oye Yoda. The meeting that went on. I haven't witnessed such a meeting in so long. And I said it there. Number one, yeah, Mami Jane Mensah chaired that meeting. I don't remember the last time I saw her at an IPAC meeting. On my IPAC meeting.
Wow.
I don't remember the last time I'm in at an IPAC meeting. Normally, it is Dr. Bosman Asari and Mr. Tete, who are the deputy chairs, who chaired the meeting. The excuse has always been there. She's been engaged in other meetings and with international partners. Emma once, not twice, not once. We've asked them. International partners said,
so what happened this time?
It's about today. This time around, Oba meeting. And I encourage her there on Tambra meeting. Mobi na ye fa dwenu kura ya fa ye nyimdo ka wona ye fa. Na on ba ne there ye fa dwen na wakobo na mende achina ye betim na wona ye press conference. Different from what we had discussed at the meeting. Ye will be several times. This meeting that happened, number one, they were truthful, they were factual to the issues.
Wow. And I am truthful. I am factual.
You see, where they have to accept blame, no, we're done. Number one, the last IPAC meeting, and it's on record in our minutes, that the program of the EC, the calendar, will be sent to us by email before the next IPAC meeting. Then, no, two. Until that Yako meeting, no one sending an email, and an email has never come. But that day, no one sending a printed calendar.
Wow.
You understand? So we raised those issues because it was in Daily Graphic. Monday Daily Graphic. And I'm sorry, no, media houses refer from Ibisam there. Calendar mujin when they say about calendar. Also when they use calendar and I'm saying no what's anyway. Also Daily Graphic. Into a question there. Damu akwenya wa body. Ochina bio, ochina 70. But you could tell remorse on their faces. So what can you do? Into say ya kada meeting okwe ya onchado obi sisia wakoma tea na biscuit or Electoral Commission. Into sisia ya kasa asasa. Ya oda wanche tea, wanche biscuit. Inti onye bibia ebia yekozi wo na ebia ya kasa asasa. Because in my party when I said the meeting went very well. I mean, people were like, hey, are you sure? That is what happened. Because key issues are near political parties, they were addressed. And the way they were addressed, it was, I mean, consensus enough. By consensus. So, what can we fight on? I wouldn't believe it because what about the issues of indelible ink and all those things. The only thing that I think there is a gray area, and I'm very cautious and I'm awaiting the gazetted centers. See, registration centers no can. Also, they will use the district offices and other difficult areas. They will provide mobile vans to register. The word other difficult areas, it is clearly undefined.
I'm going to be determined.
Exactly.
By now, Kamunim said these are the flash points.
So I think it was pushed. The question was pushed there. Can they do it with us? They said, well, we will be flexible, can't promise. But then we will make sure there places that will be designated as difficult areas. There is enough reason for that.
You know why I'm asking you this?
But
so me electoral commissioner, na me diabolical. Other centers na me dey additional more papa no. Me wo party kwa me support no ni area. So that I get a lot more of them registered. Me fan co party I mean support no area. So that I get less of them registered. And I say
that is the problematic thing. You see, it's not even about being diabolic. Ghana today do obi wukwa obi wa, there is a reason. The same way, whether you like it or not, once there is no clear definition, the word difficult areas, anything can be difficult area. Because I think NDC cited places like Afram Plains. These
are difficult areas.
Exactly. You understand? But the difficult areas here, baby, or Comba.
It's relative. What is difficult to you?
You understand? Yeah. And it could be possible that difficult area, more of it is in a particular party stronghold.
So why don't you agree, as some IPAC said, these are the grey difficult areas?
Yes, so that is that part, and that is where I am worried. But then, per law, I don't want gazette all the registration centers.
Okay.
So they would have to share with us what they have worked on, and then based on that, they should be gazetted. But how can you gazette a moving van? I agree. How can you gazette there? We'll be moving around. So I mean that is a bit of the gray area. I think there we will need to kind of
citizen. Citizen Atudazi, General Secretary, the General Secretary, GCPP, Great Consolidated Popular Party, Mura, and a General Secretary. Of course, domestication must come to mind. And to your IPAC member, I suggest a young IPAC subio. Now, you move it to the other topics, except here you have something to say, then maybe you can proceed with that one. Yeah, other two topics, of course, yeah, but probably I wish John Kuma well, but the answer, I will await Supreme Court ruling before deciding on this anti-gay bill. this is very important to the Ghanaian society, your fabrics and values. So we must speak to that one. Anna, now no pukwajiman dear no, and this is for any favor. I say I am committed to partner Mahama, ready to serve Ghana with integrity. But let's deal with Supreme Court ruling. Nana Nakufo say, Nkusi say the last guy. You know, anyone where court, you know, you be determined case, maybe, you know, won't mean finance and chassis. My chassis free carriage. But
good morning.
Ghana 10 minutes.
Yo,
take your time.
Good morning. Michelle na Michelle T for Susu. Michelle Bia was answer na ever call Supreme Court and LGBTQ plus L whatever now 7 so no. I'm say you're paying for na kasa a chechre nyamamu concerning the Ecoswa IPAC and registration in Nyama. I think we are going to use the CI 126. That's the one we use for the registration, and even for the election.
That's 127 for elections.
127 for the election. Okay. I want to encourage every Ghanaian. Say Ghanaians and call omo register. The last time I hear limited registration, there are still a lot of people to me and opportunity and I and to me register. I think this is a fine opportunity. So that by 7th May up to 27th May, every Ghanaian, we are in a state where everybody must participate in. That's the proposed date. Okay. Everybody must participate in our electoral system because the AFMs is here. It's affecting everybody. Either we are student or we are worker, who are here for even who are prison. If you're in prison, you are affected by the condition we find ourselves now. So make it a point, deliberately encourage people, talk to your family people, your friends, church members, society, school, old school. Encourage everybody to be part of this process of election. So go and register. That's the only way you can have the opportunity to vote. Into Obia Obisauska or Babisauska, catch and say, what register? We'll be on here more. Everybody, let's make it a point. Let's not depend only on their ACBA in terms of publicity and whatever. Let's take it upon ourselves. We encourage Ghanaians for let's go and register. So we'll be on the 7th of May to 27th. That window, make it a point. Go and register. Have your voter register card and now your voter card, and get ready for a battle 7th December. Very, very important. I deal with my uncle. Said they be over air. Over air. Make it one of your private projects. How be come wasem, I can wasem. So that a lot of people can go out there and register.
Omo with vans. Omo with what they can. NDC for Yankrophobia. Now one day mean your time on NDC.
One your time.
Mamika. Well, there are a lot of people. The party made them. But a Drew said they should give out something to support the party. They will go and sit on the fence. They will come and play positions. And you people are silent. Then people will go and speak on radio, on TV. Then Crawford come and drink. No more let the party come, don't run. Hey, more be a niece and who say this time, measure then your time for NDC. May you move Mangasa.
Yeah, Pacho.
People say, Obia to about for 1992, I support to NDC or no so then when you must take care of all those people.
Yeah, you are true. Yes, it's right. You are right. There are a lot of people who, as a matter of fact, but for NDC, they are nobody. NDC have made them what they are today.
That they don't support.
And this is the time we need them. But unfortunately, Bibrina, I think, they are only important in NDC when NDC is power.
Ministers.
So NDC or power and now who show. So NDC need power and that party no brea. They don't come to support. Well, See, yakan we no LGBTQ plus deben. I'm told the president said or change the Supreme Court ruling and sana was sign and I said on sign. Abra Asemnukra Enko Court. He made that comment at Ebri where he met the diplomats. At the time I make comment in Ukraine, na Asemnukra Nyanko Court. Minim se na nipa na odi court no abe hinti no say oh adichi am dey no be court. Nti no oka on the basis of that no. But there have been several precedents. Yebeka say ka president no. The latest one no have to do with the e-levy and for the court, but the president still proceeded Koyeni Juma as president pending whatever the Supreme Court beka. And at the end of the day, we all saw the outcome of the Supreme Court. Another one had to do with Doma level. And also, so whilst the court was proceeding, the president was doing his job. And Parliament is autonomous. Obian to me and far court and some and fancy in them to me. So Parliament have just passed the bill. The bill has been passed upon all the frustration, the controversies, or that they try to impede the passing of the bill. And we know them, those who were masterminding these things. One of them is Oslausu, one of them is Apenyo Makin, the NPP Apenyo Makin, who is the majority leader then. They yet to frustrate and delay the bill deliberately. But we thank God for the likes of Sam George, who was more or less the spokesperson and the leader of the group that presented the private motion bill. Then we also thank the likes of the Speaker of the Parliament, that's Bagbin. Oyadie, Jini si horse debi, you can't delay Parliament. The passive bill no. Now there are processes that they have to follow. It goes to the presidency, and the president have to sign it, assent to it or not. So we won't sign or you not assent to it. There are processes the Constitution allow you, the president, to pass through to bring it back to Parliament, and Parliament will also follow the process, for the bill to become a law. So the president trying to tell us that he will not assent to the bill until the Supreme Court ruling or Supreme Court case is done. I personally, and this is the opinion of a lot of Ghanaians if we interact with them, that the president is deliberately delaying this bill because he doesn't want to sign it. Simple as that. There's nothing anybody can say to convince me or convince a lot of Ghanaians. He knew what they are doing. They are deliberate about it. They don't want to sign the bill, and they are going to delay it. And I can tell you, I can bet my last everything on it that he will not sign this bill because Osania. I don't want to believe that the president probably is promoting or he believes in this homosexuality and lesbianism. You see a kind of truma, you see a too graphic my and kanusan.
So when you're bruni.
So when you're bruni fine. So me believe he said there the strategy now started from Parliament to put an impediment barrier and delay the bill no and no one esa kosu at the presidency level. It's unfortunate to the extent that when President Kufuor time or Kanu play on it comes to President Mills on one jina or hold press conference. I remember very well at the castle on a hold press conference and capture David Cameron then said, look, if because of this bill and not because you want us to practice this homosexuality and lesbianism, so you are going to held our whatever aid you want to give to us, then so be it. We are not interested. And almost 2 years so they held to some of the aid. Some of our aid now break Ghana for, but we were able to achieve a lot under President Mills. We were able to build educational infrastructure, hospitals, we built universities. Our economy at that time, under President Mills, was the highest, one of the fastest growing economy. If you remember, BBC Krakaya, Al Jazeera, single digit inflation for a very long period, probably the longest in the history of the Fourth Republic. Well, growth was one of the highest in the world, the fastest growing economy in the world. We achieved all these heights. Somebody will ask, why did we do that? How did we do it? Because we had a leader that was so disciplined, a leader that would not tolerate corruption. So most of the money were not bleeding. He was able to contain it. So he used it purposely for what it's supposed to be used for. That is how he managed this country. So he was able to stood his grounds and say, look, to hell with your aid. If mu aid na modiba, nti we catch and say, we should compromise on our culture. We should compromise on our beliefs. We should compromise on our dignity. I'm not interested in those aid. Take it. Eba John Mahama. I say, I am a Christian. I go to Assemblies of God. I would not tolerate that. And that was it. And once the leader of the country, the president, speaks, they will not come after you again. They know there's no chance there. So quickly, they will shed every discussion as far as that is concerned. But when the leader gives them hope, then they realize that no, there is some opportunity here. That is why they keep pushing you. No doubt, President called interview no kwaya wa international media no. Al Jazeera, yebisa no see. It is bound to happen. In fact, one can say it's bound to happen. No. My reasons, the way the British or the Western world struggle, agitated, upon the agitation, then it happens. So in Ghana's case, it is bound to happen if those are practicing that continue to agitate, continue to canvass, continue to make their case. Omu ye dede, omu kasahu, omu ye demonstration. One day, no, it is bound to happen.
But that is just one side of the coin. The other side, Osanka Fufro.
Fine.
Say not under him.
Fine. You know, ukokasem ne backlash no bausu. The citizens say no one can say ye. People are lambasting you left, right. Ubia kasa say iya de wakasa uye biana ne a photo say pie you flirting with a known lesbian. Ni power back radio swabeka say I am a lesbian. I'm talking about Sewa Broni. We've seen you and Sewa Broni in our presidential aircraft taking pictures. We see you almost half naked with Sewa Broni. So ebanu sanu. I was so kabibi. No one for you now. Until no kojina sorry them. No can say it will not happen under my watch. If indeed the koka sorry them no or the year Juma, this is a fine opportunity. Say where they on the side bill immediately. Then allow the Supreme Court to do their job. If at the end of the day, Supreme Court will say, oh, okay, fine. We think there are some human rights issues there, and the bill is going to infringe upon the human rights of the people. So, it's a different story. But you, the president, who says it will not happen under your watch, and the thing is happening under your watch, and people have made a bill, Parliament, where the sovereign of the people rests, the power of the people, the representative of the people. Oma pass a bill, say this one we don't want it. In fact, if you look carefully, the day they were passing that bill, there was not even a single person. I say I am against this bill. Upon all the omuye, when speaker put in say omu against bill no sorry, almost sorry no. Obi antumi am sorry. Obi antumi omu yina mutena say. So when the people representative have passed such a very important bill, a bill that borders on my dignity, near their brewer, who now see it will not happen under your watch. Sign it, just assent to it. Then it clarified the minds. And my acquaintance say, oh yes, the okay and woody mukan work I can say woody or CIO. You get my point? But why yet nature say we are believing the Okokawa Al Jazeera and we say it is bound to happen. When you say it is bound to happen, Okokai this area, it means that surely it will happen. Okay. So it's unfortunate. But this bill, this is what will take them to opposition, and the voting gap will be big. This one, you are touching on the dignity of Ghanaians. You see your pet. Say oba ni oba ebeda. Ghana for see your pet. See obema ni ebema beda.
That's it.
Say ye kowe so sa one day. Brony we num oma be catcher see. It is the right for everybody. Upea. So worry mami a. Ube to me worry mami. So worry oba. Ube to me worry oba.
Second incest is part of.
No.
So
we have to stand our grounds. And this is Ghana is not the first country a passive bill way. I don't know many abre so sir.
That's it. Messiah about courage in the Piku Kasama NDC. Me ban my betus Kabaransana no. Union so ewo in chain of Facebook. Shama ba Edna Benya. Akufo-Addo talks Ghana beyond aid while he's in the jet going to borrow money. And right, Parliament has approved $300 million. The World Bank then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Abbas Amo Gobo offense. NPP is just a disaster. Let's vote for John Mahama. Abdul Samad. Wow, nice. Julie Balindo, God protections to all our leaders. You all have to look after yourselves. Well, what you drink and eat. Okay, so we say good morning to you. Congratulations to Prof. Jane. I need to do a bonnet. Say my Ebenezer Benelli says good morning. Latele Lai says good morning. Blessed Sun, 2 p.m. Asante Mamposi. If Vice President Bamia, the biggest liar, was sick by his own party members, how can he break the 8 and think possibly for we indigenous Ghanaians? Please vote for J.M. Richard Sir. My greetings to the incoming MP for Kwapim North, Honorable Evans John Kumoji. Okay, all right. So I said Alhaji Asuma Zaid. Good program by all standards. Kuma Hebel. I said the NDC must be critical in the steps that the EC is indulging. Oh, what do you call? Too bad. Okay, me has me huna. I said the NDC, yes, must be critical in the steps that the EC is indulging in and never allow the MPP, which is now new poisoning party, to steal this year's elections again. The NDC must protect each single ballot paper and to also mark the NPP closely. There's a catch from MPP. Found some bits, mama. Obi had make strong room $5 million. Like you be $5 million, such on here say my young year. The more sure more make strong room more. MPP can give $10 million. How much is $10 million? How much is money?
But if they can do kill people to come to power, then giving money is nothing.
It's nothing. Say yeah, shed up $300 million.
But we need to rescue them.
$60 million. Maybe any patron be representing.
Yeah, it's about the Ghana.
Yes, $20 million, $20 million. I'm telling you, if you don't have conscience, you take $20 million. Yes. If you don't have conscience, Masa meboa.
Obeji credit to coin.
Tumunya careful mwe kura. Mahama nkura nkonko agent.
Na weka se party de makro ongeni sa.
Monfa Madi Ibrahim Mahama. Anyway, mkonko agent. Okay, enti messages no endorse wo, but my Manchester me patro mo baba era phone no. Enti no obetima fa phone when say 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 na be ya obetimi adi. In the next 2 minutes, I'm going to phone. Messi IBM. If you phone to see a batch of fundamental in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, will be me. Okay. Star 413 hash. And then me mouth 500 cities. Star 413 hash. Batch wabo. Dial it. O dial we are choose option 2. Accra FM. Say ya enchome raffle no. Enti o try ni see is likely say will be me. Star 413 hash. Let's choose option 2. Accra FM ne follow ni aka no na mpa 20 skaba be go phone sisi ya yera topra abredu nyansa kuku emrani mini mapa private legal practitioner me we wo hede ye beti wono so nka but next 10 minutes your dia
na no to me da say me de nchiama wetie phone nyina ne wahwefo
komodas
sa so na me de nchia ekomi kru me wolate
okay
and the entire Ekropon constituency. Wow. And the Kwapim North municipality.
Me pass side for Ekropon.
Obia me ma Sophia Ekropon.
Achim na Ekropon.
Okay. Asemu Akufo-Addo de hu. There are principles, any theories are they govern on mind. Inti uko a country be a republican country, they believe in the supremacy of the law. Uko in a country a parliamentary, they believe in the supremacy of parliament. And see Ghana, we choose supremacy of the law because Ghana is a republican state. It is offer Article 1 of the Constitution. Or say this Constitution shall be the supreme law of the state, and any law which is inconsistent with the Constitution shall be declared what? Null and void. I know to a person maybe our question. Me host, but maybe our question.
But
is there a law for somebody to go to the Supreme Court? There's no law.
Sir.
Yes.
Not in the Supreme Court.
You see, that is the problem. That is the problem. It's na Madi Ekasano. What you say? Okay, say I say legal gymnastics. Omo person mun wasting the palm break. So what did I make? It is a bill. What is a bill? A bill is a plan or a proposal being sent to Parliament to be considered to become a law or an act of Parliament. It's obi any that I saw say me pe say adewe eyemra. It's me they call Parliament. Na say Parliament ditu na president sign na be den abeyemra.
Okay.
It is a president and sign enye den eyemra.
A bill.
A bill. It continues to be a bill. Okay. It's not what? A law. I know you. And that be say we can kakra mami. Na amount for NCRC. O dey me share Article 1 clause 2. If our constitution is one Article 1 clause 2.
Me wo hona
Article 1 clause 2.
Afi na mbe but you hon so afuma me na.
Medema
dano omo de sene me na.
Okay.
Baby dano.
Okay. Article 1 clause 2. And I make high no. Say we have supremacy of the constitution.
Okay.
So what you say? Supremacy of the constitution. So any law which is inconsistent with the constitution shall be declared null and what?
Void.
And void. So what did I make an say? This is a bill. You see, a bill, steps are go through before it becomes what? A law. One, and they said it will be introduced to Parliament. Then from there, it will call first reading. Until the bill for the first time will be read to the entire Parliament. Then from there, no speaker ever refer bill no akoma a committee specifically for that.
After third reading?
No, after first reading.
After first reading.
In the committee stage. Into say educational bill, educational committee. Okay. It's about defense and interior, defense interior committee. It's about finance, finance committee. Then from there, the committee will come and report back to the entire Parliament. And the FN was second reading, you know. Then from there, on the consideration stage, every clause of the bill will be read. Then members of Parliament will go through. Where there is a need for insertion, they will insert. Where there is a need for subtraction, they will subtract. Where there is a need for striking out, they will strike out. Then from there, it will go to third reading. After third reading, you know, the bill will be taken to the draftman for the draftman to draft the bill into a legal language. And then as you know, the last stage, you say the bill will proceed to the president for presidential words, assent. It is a president and sign here. It is still what? A bill. And brother say, what do you call Article 11? Here, Article 11, sources of law in Ghana here. Sources of law. Or say this constitution is the highest law in Ghana. Then it talks about enactment of Parliament. It talks about orders. It talks about customary law. It talks about equity. It doesn't talk about what? A bill. A bill cannot manifest into what? Into a law. So what did I make and say? Yeah. So it is still what? A bill. So why are you going to Parliament? Even there is a principle that stipulates, say, whatever activity that goes on in Parliament is a closed book.
Also, the laws of Ghana shall comprise:
yes,
A, this constitution;
yes,
B, enactments made by or under the authority of Parliament,
yes,
established by this constitution;
yes,
C, any orders, rules, and regulations made by any person or authority under a power conferred by this constitution; D, the existing law; and E, the common law.
What's a bill?
Because so what should I say? No nyamra.
Nyamra. So what's the constitution like? I hear me na make am. Constitution na then. Eka. You know, it is also Article 11, which is sources of law.
a bill cannot be what? A law. Minia, we check Article 17.
Okay,
Article 17 4B.
Article 17. Okay.
So we say heading of Article 17 here say all persons shall be equal before the law. Okay. That it talks about equality of the law. But Yanko 4B.
Every person. Oh, fetch me. Okay, Aqua could be United Nations here.
There be Article 17. Okay.
I say all persons.
Yeah.
Shall be equal before the law.
Yeah.
A person shall not be discriminated against on grounds of gender.
Yes.
Race.
Yes.
Color.
Yes.
Ethnic origin. Creed. Or socio-economic status.
Or sexual orientation.
There be.
Or sexual orientation.
A person shall not be discriminated against on grounds of gender.
Gender.
Race.
So
on grounds of gender.
Okay.
Say oye oba na be.
On
race.
Any say
bibinia no
bruni.
Color.
So what you say? Oye kokwa no yetuntum.
Ethnic origin. Achima na santia na.
That is it.
In crime. Religion.
That's oye Muslimi ni and oye Christo ni.
Creed.
So what you say?
It will be social or economic status.
4B ne mami. 4B.
Article
17 4B.
One minute I make one. Me the Google na ye.
Okay.
I mean, share the constitution anything. Article 17
4B.
No, it's not opening. It's not. Okay. To us all because
okay. 4B, you know, actually say Parliament. Ewo who to me say bibia ebetimi say on my way, you know, obetimi ashe mbraye den. Ewo whether that thing is against the health of what of the people. So what the American say, if Oko Article 39, it talks about the cultural rights of the people. That's the cultural objectives of the people. So what the American say, and then in Broadway, our parliament are set it up, you know, any young culture. Si uti pepe. Udi emuncha me culture be a waga na hanu say ya penny say Obama any Obama be worry, ana oba any oba be den ebe worry. There is no culture. There is no culture. So far I said there is no culture, no. Then it's surprising say obi beka say or call Supreme Court. Then okoye. Eti odi pa hunu ka say or call Supreme Court no. Esa ka say okache say okay me call the original suni. So eti legal gymnastics. They don't all that they want to do. Me say obobeye bibi obobeye den ebe delay Ghanaians.
But who follow a year opinion marking sir?
Or say den.
Make I say time I'm in university me chiro bibi say I don't hate homosexuals, but I hate homosexuality. Ebi anisem no ono no reference the custodial and non-custodial sentence. Ocean new bill last time for correction. Yes, we be between 6 months and 3 years.
Yes.
We advocate 3 years to 5 years.
Yes.
Now, it is shown or proven say bibre enye bibre. Ebi mu ye say niema we a ebia say omadwene eni hontia. So can you imagine say bia obi akoye sa de because na dwene ni ho. Now san say onkonko that prison for 3 years instead of giving him a reformation.
A conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Omo create all this on our minds so that so that those people will not be what imprisoned. So that as obi otumi hu ni yonko bema, obema hu ni yonko bema. No say ni yonko bema no hu ye ne fe no. O si obi oni adwene. O wa adwene pa hwe say ubetie dia US representative to Ghana ne kind or say
Virginia Palmer.
Yes, or say most homosexualities people know no, they are very smart
and they are very intelligent.
I've
read that way.
It's a conspiracy theory. Obi Oba Catcher will say those people do not have depth in their mind. And conspiracy theory. Oma Sheda. They only want to create this on your mind so that you will be sana. Waka say yejana semamano. So what the American say? It is a deliberate act. Because these are the people say, or say all of them work at big places. They are smart people, they are intelligent people. So what the American say? Here, the Article 21. Article 21 talks about the fundamental rights of the people.
Fundamental rights
of the people. Article 21.
Article 21. We me di look akraba facha mwai.
Okay.
Kwa achieve trivia mameno. Article 21.
Yes.
Okay. And one say me de Ghana becheso.
Yes.
All right. Where a person and subject to
yes
there
be Article 21 head in here
fundamental human rights and freedoms.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Fundamental human rights
and freedoms. These are what have been given to us by the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana,
1991.
Yes.
For the purposes of this article,
that is it.
Criminal offense means
no.
And when you hear fundamental human rights and freedoms.
Yes, but
and I make a difference. And I'm notwithstanding any other provision.
No. What do you mean? Okay. Article 21 gives us the freedom for expression. It gives us the freedom of movement, freedom to assembly. There is nowhere our match say freedom for sexual orientation. So what did I make and I say? The last time I came here, I told you, say, rights are legitimate claims. Something that you can legitimately claim. And see, the best example makes mama want to say, me, nipa namu ya me depa. But you see, legitimately, I cannot claim it in Ghana because Ghana yenku nipa. So what did I make and I say? It is okay say. Oh, penny, I'm a man for a fadi or more person or monya. Or better say, Obi Bekase, and then Mr. Penny Panam. See, that's why me, as a person, I have a problem with the High Court decision on my about Rastafarians no call Achimotano. So I said the argument of the lawyers in court, they say Rastafarianism, a religion. So what did I make and I say? But me can be show. What if me so me go school, secondary school? Now me wabusu mu fi na me de ko. Now me can say me so me a traditionalist.
Oh, they will agree.
So you see the pluralization of things in school. Oba pinese woba any fetish priest. Oh no, anopa. Now we kutra ujoin egune bosom so atena say the same classroom.
So there.
No oba na the bosom na bet na classroom.
That's what do
classroom cramp hostel.
And our hostel no be say obi a suspend we no.
But we assemble na okay. Also mo there. Onu say ne there no.
The big someone will say embrano although embrano emma utumi no. Embrano say we ye bibi na betia wo yonku fa wudi a.
Okay.
They say enye right be.
Or say all persons shall have the right. Meaning say we are freedom of speech and expression.
Freedom of speech ubekasa.
Which shall include freedom of the press and other media.
Freedom of the press and other media.
Freedom of thought.
Freedom of thought. So
conscience and belief.
Conscience and belief.
Which shall include academic freedom.
That is it.
C. Freedom to practice any religion.
Freedom to practice any religion at all in Ghana here.
Na religion.
So Ghana is a secular state.
You train religion. You train.
Say any law which is inconsistent with the constitution. So to say we try to then you go back to Article 2,
which is the supreme.
Which is the supreme law. The supreme law do not give you the rights. So we try to petty. So what I make and I say right now no money freedom. So on. When we say you can say Obama bet me worry Obama. And Obama bet me worry Obama. It is not part of the freedoms. So legitimately you cannot claim it, and for that matter it is not a right.
Now this year, man.
So maybe see no me say Ekufuado you obey bia no bail we obey den obey sign
e bi so on sign
obey sign embre keke e no person oye den oji so that make so that the international community be who say and you know na person on sign by force no oye den
or sign ya no free so na next government mission
they say the next government will sign even if Ekufuado do not sign share problem e wo we who say Obama any obandem you see no office your coaching is so echo advertisement.
That
is it. So I bet now homosexuality from quad almost other person see officer in Ghana. I bet no person call radio so any TV so enkoka omunde mu wasem. I bet no person move from school to school. Echo educating kola say be man be bet me ada oba school bena that be also obi say or you heterosexual and see move from community to community say obema ni obanda. Ana Obani Bemanda. What to be that?
Okay.
We learn this from our cultural orientation, from our environment. And it's now what the other day. Well, when we say we cannot learn it from our environment, and for that matter, it is not clear within our culture. And you know, the opposite, we taking steps in educating people about it, and that is what we are against.
All right, and that is what we are against. Topra Abradu Nyansakuku, a private legal practitioner. Legal luminary, not just a and they always too of course lawyer citizen to does it and so maybe a pocket lawyer and to me so much and minim samatia say yetimi jai Deborah Vanessa one love Kubolo Enya Penino, Manico, according to Sam George, or no animal school, Little Angels, I want off Legon. Quatren Quadano, why one should be straight and why somebody should be gay and all those ones. That school no allow. No. I mean, it's dangerous. Yeah, come on, Divo. Na onka issues CB. Mira.
What you?
But your more Facebook move to me I share am I.
What you the woman is MPP Nanado Constitution nyima ya kani na omunim papa okay omunim. But the party, the leadership support this anti-gay issue, support. And whether they participate,
support gay issues.
Support gay issues. Yeah. Again, most of their resources and their partnership, some use a young for so it's difficult for them to do something against them. And the young one was say, Omampin now do occasional sorry de moi. Before we do a come no actually and so going to the church we say a small one.
Yankupon Krema trying to
Messi Diamond. Eh? Enti mami we ni election we Messi Diamond, me be ko to kuska, me to buska na Messi Diamond. Nyanko pass Nyanko Ronaldo.
You are misquoting the president. Mankaso de ko to kumsika. Mo na mo say wakwhye private vow into use private money. But they be aku na na kufu do nim say wo hye but the Ghana and the BC. No, so I agree with the private dream or private
how
abortion.
Can you have a private
dream? In his dream,
exactly.
They say
dreams a policy and want to use the state.
Dreams a policy. What did that? Eh? And now I say Yankopon boss say Yankopon boy me win elections to we. Me life in ye, me dem say life in ye, but we dey boy me. Na me win election. Me win elections sir. Me see cathedral asoro kese ama.
Which is not bad.
Eh?
Cathedral is not bad.
Why you want me here? You know kujina sorry dem. He say sorry dem na kitiki to anka be ase wie no. Me tro be chon dey simple. Eh? Ono ka say ono dey. Say o ho kwa dey, dey bremu yenye. At that time no to antro because that time na ye sa gay ni nyama Ghana. Me wa. Eh? People are doing that in Ghana already.
Lesbian, crying on Ghana.
We've seen military man in Libya. Yes, Ghana. So it's happening already. But now do air patches only their law no dear. Because Nanado force Nanka when you away and seek but then parliament and approve before only be any terms. Nanado's thinking they say on bet your parliament is obey gymnasium parliament this yes time on the best so say they say elections until next time no embra so that time now they free until time in the ember hano he didn't know that it will come so early. That's why Ronaldo raised this issue. For me, for Ronaldo, you only go back to this first statement. I say it's bound to happen because pressure bar ever faso. Now pressure bar Ronaldo can oneself. After you pass the law, you know, Ronaldo say pressure be about court into Muntumobo. What's the pressure be ba? Me susu who say obi court pressure be eba into Muntumbo. So pressure never pa me police on my yes you Ghana. Because knowing very well say sir friends say Timmy Supreme Court today only game on mobile on your party on mobile won't be set 2-1 or
no be just
or 0-0 never.
Your money
oh me say a bad critical issues where because yeah court no clap you lose one good that the lawyer for the president no the Ghana no the Ghana lawyer no and you one penny nipa attention yeah if I work clap on you lose one point that
was one advice
was one advice someone penny
to sign the bill
into all this all bet na ma wo e court no enti
na oyo mampeni lawyer no a Ghana lawyer
but on no penny so mampeni ko yi ministers o ka che so o Ghana for
Oye Ghana lawyer. Onyo mampeni lawyer.
No, but there's
Inti yenchirem say no so nti ase. Na we Ghana lawyer, I didn't know kaso ntimi gonga.
I didn't know so muka asem we the ben na do. We sure say ni offer say obet bank original court. Aka asem atia na.
Article 88 oh.
In article you see article in some American now no. In article asem na omo kan o. Omo ya dey bebo omo politics anyama omo ye. Leonardo is on your ready say obey. And then look at the way I work. Ufa majority leader, current majority leader. On the cover before I call one my pass to her say. Even though you pass where we are, we go court obey succeed.
Yes.
Until Oyaka to be said alone. If pass you, I didn't be able to pass it. But Mumfanko Obinko court am I?
Let me try no. Nipa no court no crampo no or practice work. Ni chambers. Richard Sky practice war apenyu Markins chambers.
So pass in a woman.
Check that been in school. That's
also information.
So at the end now you well orchestrated. Now she shall ye no muyi.
If you want to believe you say omon pass na now do be can be some ya. She a vet na ye. Mr. vet there. Ye beside say we Christian or say I'm a Christian we da mean jintum. But we not advise the president to not to sign. Or say no the one to be come one say we will not comment here.
Me say some na kan na. Because no so can be.
So it
deputy minister of culture.
Yes. Now these are issues Moka. Then come in fact I'm surprised. Say now do atime society I destroy faith people ni na is omo na mo ye bone. I mean under Oba Islam are very strong. When you Timothy ni bi o, when you ba o ni bi o. I mean under when you Timothy ba o ni bi o. Say what me call sorry there wo call we ni onya bi. But say pa to make sure we say with his own knowledge I can say where our boss say ni the economy issues say the best solve. Was say hey Omampedi so also be side we no scale we na be because this is where we're getting our money. So the architecture I want to say no I block all the president into Bibia. But for me I see it at the time of so will be Nakobe destroy. You get him all this madness na ever. You see if you take Nanado MPP for 7 years how much they go back baby Ghana coming free. Just recently this is a government who told us why road your Ghana in Namibwa. Why road that's every government. But it's a government that is now putting van if he can't say young portals. Omampedi can say why road as Obiano. Where is he can say young portals? The question. Portals na that are Nukas road that are never on now or portals. And I'm for now why portals. So say I was signing for because pressure be say even when we sign we crap on they will still hold this reference issues we yes signing one say they say you can say it was said the young passing and sana and one sign and sign and go court no they will still wait for him to say and then put injunction on it. They will put injunction on this after even the president send it. But the president here is cool say ebi o law court intimate say ebi onu na onim sa law no ebi wu nim ebi citizen nim but bi nim say Omampedi ye levy bill parliament e pass ye no anadwo no kitapen omo parliament omo wie na obi o court o man na do say court na o no o sign ade na wie say ban say court e ji asam na e di tumu a and e be yi ko e be na free for say nje ntumu e go on to do it before. So why is it that this different from that one? For me, we have a people, even the presidency, where they were there, say only a gay, funny, lesbian, presidency. Some of them vow says the workers they will spend money to remove him in his parliament seat. In fact, it's going to the extent that now the crap course are concerned so campaign or boss and Pano Buano. I'm a born Panama or Bonipani Nilante. Tell Yakuba Buano to Bonilante di Mona campaign mano. Yes. And they vowed said they will remove Nilante because he was speaking against gay and lesbian. But God punished him when he went there. He was able rather to mention Nilante to campaign for him.
Now this year,
it's for say about focusing on the best side, one side. Architecture now what they say. They will not do it because they will only commit other government to do this thing. All the great among Buffet, Minister for Finance, Finance issues on signing documents, you know. In fact, as at now, IMF and Casano, they don't have a stand on this issue of officially. The IMF in this stand, issue we move.
Only stand saying.
Only stand is say one penny at send this way. And law we say Ghana say you better young say your law against this homosexuality in your manual. So standing.
But I've heard IMF say as part of their principles and policies, they don't discriminate.
Yes.
Because they've talked about this anti-gay bill.
They have been discriminated. I mean, I don't discriminate.
No, so what IMF is trying to say, they say yes, we may have dire consequences because
there is a contract between Ghana and IMF.
Yes.
And then these things are not provisions within those words contracts. So what the Americans say. At the time we were signing some money in 3 billion.
That's our provisions in income.
These provisions were not passed.
So it can't apply.
So it cannot be applied.
Okay.
So what the Americans say. But they're not more kind of say for them they are a liberal association.
Okay.
And for that matter, they don't care about your sexual orientation. So what the Americans say.
Okay.
So probably they may think say their members should do so. But the point still remains say IMF no. IMF no.
Yeah, but if that is the case, about the saying Adam, finance minister, I suggest Amman Penny say we may lose about $3.8 billion from the World Bank.
No. See that even document, I don't think says from the ministry. Go and check whether somebody have signed. Whose name is there? There is no name. There is no name.
Finance minister not signed.
There is no name and it has not been signed. There is no name. It has not been signed.
My honorable friends.
Say on penny best sign on sign.
Because up to now, by now, finance ministry will come out and debunk it. They've not issued any disclaimer.
But there's no name to who signed. So who want the Troy?
Oh, so sometimes to me sign letter no in management.
2-1. But I make no.
Yeah.
Signing the pressure by the end of the day say or be signing. But there's one thing I keep hearing some faith-based people say leaders say Sananado and signing way. They will not vote for him. Those pastors, do you think they'll still vote for Ronaldo even if he didn't sign this bill? They will vote for MPP again. No, assuming say bill win.
That's what they were saying.
That bill, that everyone say win. Will they still vote for Ronaldo MPP based on the economy? No, so many people say as if says to be signing way PR of all the challenge we have this can they will vote for him. They will vote for Ronaldo. So do they think that Pastor be permit to imagine say Bonnie MPP in terms of corruption, in terms of management of economy, no, they will still push for anybody to vote for MPP again.
What about Ukraine?
People who are putting condition, I think that they are, I don't get them. Say in another answer, this means that they will lose the election. They have lost the election already. With that, I don't know if they game no more. In the economy now, in fact, they say the poison.
I saw this. But
the loud silence of your Christian community, it's worrying, especially the charismatic
30 seconds.
And the Pentecostals. They are too silent on this issue. Are you sure? Apart from Catholic bishops,
that make kind, but the people say because the list of the they've engaged in Penifon Bibra, they are speaking. But maybe I'm not hearing their.
No, but your followers need to hear you. You are leading a huge number
by
of
now,
Ghanaians.
Churches should come together and demonstrate. To say,
even if they will not demonstrate, they should issue a press release.
No, they can do a match. That's they say they demonstrate. They can do a match and
they should issue a communique. They should even begin to speak on it on their pulpit. That this is what we don't like it. But they are silent, totally silent. Some of them even test you. Who are studio now, Kasa or FM? They will test you that be careful how you talk about this. Can you imagine? So their loud silence, is disturbing.
Peace Council somewhere neutral.
There's one challenge. The challenge in say the bill currently is not before the president.
Are you sure it's not before?
No. You see, what's the first no? Say you bill now. You bill now. Now you're the president on the streets. But maybe we have a problem. There's a problem with some portions of the law. It's the I say new amendments. I'm going to come out draft man. I'm going to draft here. I'm going to speaker office. I'm speaker authenticate to be BI correct. As I could do president. So as a Thursday, Friday, they do president. Surely by next week they do one. Say do one man. I am sure say the churches they will speak up.
Well, okay.
But they're already speaking up.
The churches.
Yeah. I mean,
you think they are speaking?
They are speaking.
Why not they are speaking?
Oh, I mean, I know too. You see, sometimes they be a make there some issues. Baby or old baby are where you sit, you might say certain things differently.
Okay.
These issues, number one, IMF ansana when you ever call over contracts or whatever. We've been to IMF 17 times. At that time, you know, in Ghana, you happen to there, be one word. No be said one word. You understand? We shouldn't make it look like so we're living in a country where same-sex marriage and LGBTQI plus was being accepted.
Name Prince, but name criminalizing.
What do you mean?
Like what we are seeking to do.
What do you mean?
Oh, but that criminal code of just is it a unnatural canal knowledge?
Unnatural.
No, but that unnatural canal knowledge, you know, as compared to what this bill seeks to achieve.
Have you seen what this bill seeks to achieve?
The only thing that have been added to this bill about advocacy.
No, the unnatural canal knowledge, you know, does it make provisions for custodial sentence? Like this very one,
it's a criminal offense.
It does. The only thing that have been added is advocacy.
I'm a bad advocate.
Yes.
No, you see, that is the problem. And only thing yawo baby ayewo is our politics.
Okay.
Our politics and kadama me in konyasem. But you see, because of how we politicized it from the beginning, we lost the substance of the issue.
Okay.
The substance of this bill is to promote proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values. That is it. Ghana has always been against LGBTQI plus activities per laws. But Odu baby no today we mean okay na we see billboards for Ghana. Odu baby no na your office. Now we have an international conference to advocate and promote to the extent that even our curriculum, school curriculum, it was being introduced. It's not children. Or a year in Yemebia and I'm bravo fra or because it was the earlier loan was a bit limited
to the act.
So we should expand the issues. Now uncover in Yama the current law no provide for because of the kind of advocacy and for you. So that was the bill is to cure that lacuna.
Okay.
So woman yentiase o edam na yechi de go fra there sisiano mana yebe shambra inti because of mbena yebe sheniti IMF and other any other country or bekede because of this bill inti no so and so they are not serious and they have never understood our laws and they have never read our laws, because if you had read our laws you should know that since 19 Ghana yambrano no madam fenyukwe. The other aspect of the coin is that you see there is a strong advocacy going on. One word in there yenjin too. You see, that is what is happening across the world. There yenjin too. Iti dam yenjin too funo one na one shishi one sisi anu. Lẹ́yìn tó àtúmọ̀ àti because wọ́n kyẹ́ dẹ̀ yà á ṣe yẹn mbẹ́ mu kìnnà nti sisi anu ọ̀kyẹ́ dẹ̀ yẹn jí ntum na nhwẹ́ ọ̀mbàdo. One na one shishi one, but in terms of whether we are now going to criminalize it or those things, it's been there since. So that one I think we should not.
Yamfa John Kumadi and Nomatum.
So, Mami, 5 minutes. Apart from say Act 29, Section 101, even the laws in Ghana here say if you want to adopt a child, and then the parenthood of that child, a same sex, it should not be allowed. So if we gay or lesbian, now person will adopt a child. It's not allowed in the laws of Ghana. And there be person one person gay. So the laws they are there, they are scattered. But now what they are doing is to put all of them together. Unnatural. There be one apart from now we adopt as a gay, apart from the or lesbian penetrating the vagina, any other thing is unnatural. By whose standard? Say by the standard of God. Beyond the laws,
you see, no. The issue. I mean, you see, Anna Makaraya, you know, so I did or the OPF. You see, nobody in this world, the mean the note for Shedemaha, they all be room or Baba Shad diary now and gather enough evidence. Mami can't say honorable Afino. I mean, he knows the law. There, per our laws. Some people do there no note to me suspect the ABC there. And the only lies on me to produce evidence beyond reasonable doubt. You understand? Yeah. And how easy it is for me to find out what you do in your bedroom. But the issue is that if you are also advocating for it. Yeah. So those are the things that it seeks to criminalize. Okay. And that's what we should be concerned about. What is it? Sebi mimna ebi anazi wadu to nsem posa na wadu to enu ya water for any day ntori jo we there ahwe ni ya naturally na wa affect hey but so dey yes hold on lawyer munchire mu yi na che isi ano blojo nyina mu twam ana oh natural ai mo ba ko the rule is lawyer train relax. Who say Sambra no Sambra do dey call. Me ba lawyer. E wo bill mu say blojo nyina obu twam ana. It's already in the law. That section 101. No yes of the Criminal Offences Act. You see that is uye wo dey. Oh I say
what these laws of this bill seek to do is that
don't advocate.
To me you're bold. Now media be worried. He says send a apostle other jurisdictions where they can even publicly come out and marry. You can't do that. Okay. Say me back say me bokro this year. Say I'll hide to do it. I will not openly steal. That's right. If you openly steal your chua, there's a law for you. Okay. That is all this bill is seeking to do.
Yeah. And it's good to say even religious wise scrap no. We are born no one paying kakrapa. God forgives you when you ask for. Than the one that you come out boldly to say, I deal with them here without hiding it. Even God.
They want to be recognized. And this bill is seeking to say that no way.
You're free on the court na so. Get the Obian Horn with Gram bed gay atum. Yes, you before me, I'm Rebels Association. You're right. Be all right. I know person young Kumaya Tiflo, but maybe when we are close, we can eulogize him 2 minutes.
Eulogize what?
We can criticize him in his
not criticize, don't say that.
Now we gotta say okay, that's all. And of course GCPP were here say be on so ban how it will affect you or it will help the discourse. Mamisha seem free. And now na be chem baby Mamisha seem free.
Say dey ma twitter no pa.
Na nyam na mo connect meeting dey no be chere.
Dey be connect, you so ka hu na okay.
That be one connect until Mamisha seem free. 85 minutes.
Otu, I think that Adia Omampeni John Dramani Mahama Aye, the last Thursday when we met at NEC presenting the same candidate I will use for 2024. I believe that he has shown, say, in terms of only credibility, in terms of no customs or beya, we prove on that day to prove to the party, say, me share Bobby say a beboa or my gun a beboa party. I'll stick to it because the right as I say constitution man quite say or not be presenting a candidate before the people were only just trying to say me na ebo me di ebo di at that time so any na party so be in a campaign ma a friend say any contest obeka say obi a campaign for running mate because the candidate that chooses who he can partner to work. Because our running mate or vice president, any mate, any planke, and you're active and the person who add on to the management of this country. So choosing a Adam for some and just for vote, but vote and also to manage the country. So it is also the person in the vision now also me when the bet me abuame aye. That's why the constitution of the party say and is so responsible on no be choose at the aba. And your mama as a flag bearer no meeting council.
But so choose party executives and anect me buguana.
It doesn't happen and see kwaboda. And see that because for tumba, for me number. You only say but say candidate no any credible. Candidate any credible say about me one credible but you do say I open fanko. When you can is credible, they believe in his choice.
Okay.
But however ever can you more say oh na identity way no and that's what happens. It's a dimbe you will listen also be you survey I check all those ones and based on that one penny job Muhammad any choice or share council of elder pay the constitution article 43 a share council of elders ever share neck in fact boom or deck or kesaka be crap na deck eje to mukra say or wabwa nyema be call for the 2024 elections and I believe say it's a right choice for the party because you see if you have not brought Jane Nana I can tell you say would have struggled for 2024. In fact, analysis Southeast amount for say it's a pay analysis just to discourage NDC to bring the woman. It was a paid analysis. I'm for teaching yeah pushy NDC be more oh sa in and out NDC no. Say oh munko kebi na especially sa man or yeah loto analysis.
Merci.
Now benefso loto. Oh that be say what try or 3 years 70 na half na to one more.
Say say no why me ba first never.
Say for na wuni ye into the
and I know a prediction.
Baby no nyembre. Say say the odi yi na she ade nim.
Who say can na?
Because first benefsin kasa look.
You see, in the land of the blind, there were IPS. In fact, that time no one not wrong.
Then also,
so you compare. So if your mama have not presented Jane for the second time, we like a BND to election because one, it will be difficult for you to campaign on credibility.
Okay,
it will be difficult. Two. You see, bringing this woman in the first place, there are people who believe it was the highest risk in the first time I did buy. Say one vote to back. You see, when it comes to elections, it's a process. And you back and my elections. To me win election. You be brave. Asana to me elections. At this point that we have brought her, and I believe, in fact, for the past 48 hours, I did have MPP because they are not able to say anything. Okay, the last I appointed the first day, the first person who came out to talk to me. Okay, but this time around, none of them have anything again to speak against. And I believe she have also learned.
For 1 minute, we free on my. I mean, it's obvious my no credibility and unshade nye bibi potting fa ayi. But my mimi sa money you no fan to for contractor na because you see the constitution talks about regional balance and me, but I'm not seeing it in with the Mamfancho. But my mimi sa as a journalist. JG Efaka aka Infantini. Obefa Atamos or Infantini be vice president, some be president. Atamos Ebefa Mahama or not, but Mahama befa Mr. Ata or Infantini. Then Mahama san Ebefa Yema me Opokwajiman Infantini. Wasian fa Infantini bim. What happens to other regions? Vice president no there.
Just say and that is also the NDC also has also given opportunity to even the smaller regions to lead as a president for voter region.
My region, you lead the Eastern region. You lead that way.
You see, we are not doing politics based on the regions and sizes. A year, I may achieve what we want. It's key because it doesn't matter where you are coming from. South and north, it doesn't matter. But what matters? Say met me abwa because then the NDC could have been the party that we can say Nankofa Christian for Muslim.
Yeah.
What you say?
Okay, we are Christians too.
Yes, in fact, you see, so yes, but at all those times, we be the Muslim sect, it developed better than any time that we have a Muslim Iranian made vice president of any political party in this country. Check the record. See. NDC Ghana about my friend Makaranta, Islamic school, your friend Makaranta. Your co school soon know you say Saturdays and Sunday pay. Now the Diaba. It is only NDC under 2 Christians in your Islamic units. And your Islamic school from basic to highest Islamic school one echo. Okay. What I say. So it is what the country needs because the constitution doesn't speak about BBO. So you take that one into consideration. Then no, don't also forget say once you are talking to the blocks, don't forget about swings. Okay. Don't forget about swing. The swings.
But even swings, greater crowns.
They be a swings are. Be free mo. Be free mo. The most important to get what to do, and that is what the NDC believe in it. These analysis are more here to raise, to pitch the fantasy to. There's other regions say anything we are not into that. We are taking so that belief.
You talk about credibility and competence.
It's credibility and competence. In fact, we don't care about that. What we care about say economy, corruption issue, education sector, who can do it, and that is why the NDC, as a bigger party, was able to even pick a woman. In fact, at the time when people say, hey, Oba, Ghana ready to give a woman opportunity.
In fact, my business say,
are we ready to give opportunity? In fact, then we sitting watching women and telling them this one. Say they cannot manage. Say that they can.
It's a good thing.
If you give them the opportunity, support them, guide them, we'll be able to get to that point. So other Safanti, other women, other Christians, we are resolving all this one.
That's fine.
The bottom line, and he says, so who you reanimate here? Who you reanimate here? Semba, one Janinja.
Are they reanimate the Janinja?
What you say about me? I want to know. So the now who said Majida about no Casa, Mede, Tabazo over contest was in another bomb by me. I mean, different forever. If you have a reanimate like that, then it means that you don't even understand the Bible now.
But first,
my name is when we said make up me in our house.
The time no soon. We are not the version guy.
So it's about credibility, and we believe say the woman will make it, and the people also making analysis say, and they say, are we not looking at the 2028? And also everything. Yeah, Ghana 4 years. Yeah, Ghana. Yeah, baby.
Oh no, but you should not respectfully. You should not ravage that.
See,
because politics is also about longevity.
See,
you should not
first get it before you think for the long.
Anyway, so getting the power is more important.
Who say the best economy say NDC manifesto Papa Bar 2020. Who didn't win elections? Yandada Okadafo.
You are right. So secure the power.
See, get what then not build on a strategy.
You are 100% right. Courage. Courage. Papa will neutralize or no lawyer neutralizing them. Courage. Wafau minute in that now, so Okasa would have relations, Okasa on countries.
Yo, Wakasa, me like be a host. And you know, okay, from the beginning, so from the beginning, so you die. Well, I think, sir, the selection of Yemami, Professor Nana Jane Ajiman is the best. I mean, it's the best we have currently. Ushion Crofona Kaomuni almost some person we vice, the likes of Julius Debra, the likes of Lex Lee, the likes of Dr. Spielgabra, Darko. These are all very good materials. Materials not only for running mates, but they are good materials as well for even the president. But we have a lot of people. I'm with my partner, Papa John Mahama, for the election. But Bronica Assembly said, if not broken, why fix it? Yemame Obaye no Wayejuma. He's a very good academician. Yedinu Kotu Ministry of Education, Juma Oye and Hoda Finchin, Obiani, Hunsebi of a Kebi. Very hard working. If you shany age or was here, now would they compare young youth no be crampo, ye quane a bread. But or no, real shine or rain or shine or and Najo on in Namni 9. So that time he beside me will say, Mammy, we are when me fee when you can crass it, and still, or to me, Jinani 9 so north, when who know a chinaban who know guitar, no of have a seen traversing the whole country. The competence very sharp or kasa, which to me will say Nyansa pan or kasa, deep with wisdom, blessed with wisdom and knowledge. So I think it's the best decision we have made currently. The NDCs who, when it comes to the women, we don't joke with our women. We make sure they have a fair representation in whatever we are doing in the Fourth Republic. The likes of Joyce Banfo as a speaker, the first Attorney General, Electoral Commission, Yediwe, Maminu Baye, Charlotte Jose Baye. So I think it's very fair, and gradually, we are going there where we will have a woman president as in this country. So some of them can be very bad, but I think that comparatively, Usha, the women are better managers. They are better managers than the men.
Less corrupt.
Very less corrupt. Some of them. Well, Bakuno or Parliament saw a lesbian. Bakuno. You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. Yeah. He has experienced lesbianism before. So, man of me so be a bad up to me a bad. Bakuno so as Chicago Guni them over millions of dollars. They go Guni the way or your buy because or Otima.
I do be sick.
Sir.
That's not president.
What's that is what they will be? What's that?
That besides, it's not confirmed.
I was saying, no, if I light FM, what's that to you?
Oh,
what's that to you? So, Mammy, wait, and who the whole thing, while we share announcement, no buy no. Ya no muni ma sem bia how meka o muni ma bibia o meka woni ho ye bompaye say ya me manu strength na ahoden de dai nim no e kun kase o wodom share the see wo ye party office no an crofo bodge no so afina obetisi krom but meet the various groups no
so quite do
really yeah
wa ho bia na
that be the safina ye be
outdoor
we did an announcement to the
the programs how she's going to come out with program to support the excellency why juma tamo ministry ho unim say na oti ho no the level of absenteeism na 27% or by free ho no na about 7% or the baffom. He had a very good working relationship with the teacher union groups from primary to secondary to university level. E block net 9 so the lapse on supervise e-blocks 125 almost 13 in at the time of free now about 50 something was functioning before the several schools so year under 3 she is an achiever or the see this is so year of no yen no corruption. Okay, so I think this is the best thing that has happened to Ghana, and together with your Papa John Mahama, another person or the Ghana is seen a nisu say or person Ghana konenim. Okay, apart from Kwame Nkrumah, when it comes to infrastructure, good governance, okay, obiani ho dibetimidi no watu na John Mahama. Obiani ho betimidi obibeka say yemfa went to her. And come follow John Mahama vision or the ebaya sabi me nyame and ye ni nyame hye me ya very sure say anka John Kuma anka okaya ho me and come follow ye and na hospital be brain na wo sisi wa Ashanti region o ma jani na to real and they completed those hospitals we would have been having another University of Ghana hospital in the Ashanti region and this gentleman would have been right there and his life would be saved. How would you have to travel him to Accra to Germany? And very crampo. I was if I'm them and can make us a yen hide way with the man find PA. That a whole minister area more time now called Germany for healing for attention. I mean how? And I'm mutia na muye dede. He had building hospital. Hospitals now
we should not create a picture say John Kuma Penny in Germany. Ghana politicians.
Yes, I know. We know. But I need to
no, be surprised. No, I know. We must try and make our systems work.
Yes. It's sad. It's sad. Why should you go to Germany? What a choice in Germany that we cannot buy those things and come and put in our hospitals to save lives. Okay. Apparently, no, me to tell baby sacrifice or kidney transplant. These people are very wicked.
Okay, I've not heard about that.
Yes. Into my kidney transplant and I'm more junk for Kolebu. Look at the number of people who died at Kolebu. 19 people at the Rana unit.
Okay.
Because you don't have the so it's sad. It's very sad.
So that's your Wakabum to Sukati. On far 4 and Wafa 3 2 the Nakatu. It's likely say unum so be one. What time no Santi?
My confused grab once my
last commentary.
I think I am envious of the NDC party for choosing Professor Jane Nano Pokwajima. I'm very envious of them because I went to University of Cape Coast.
Oh, okay.
And I echo University of Cape Coast this year. One of the key people who did a lot for the university. Yeah, Professor Jane Nano Pokwajima. I have personally met her before she was even chosen as vice presidential candidate. Now, Oyubia, she is the embodiment of Wakade fanciful baby pasumdre wo ahumbrasea what tin will fear. She's an embodiment of it. Or your mammy,
yeah,
or what birthday, or what summer. Until you see, they be make more numb politics do you say impa nizim. Inti because on your me party inti Mumbonism but Debbie. I'm rather envious of the NDC. And you see no crying there. Assembly I cannot tell the central NDC anyone didn't. Assembly are okay. Oh no, okay. I can't. From 1996. Where?
Yeah.
Oh,
92 Accra.
92 Accra.
92.
Yeah. 96 at Tamils.
Ah. 19 of Aka.
Yeah, Aka 92 at Aka. And Opamo no
Atamos 96.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
How did he start with Aka?
Yes, he started with Aka. But
there was somebody else before Aka.
No.
Now we wanted
because it was because it was there was somebody else before Aka.
No.
It was Aka. We're starting in the Aka. Now you're the ANC.
Yes.
That is Kwame parties came together, and that brought the
Aka
on the ticket.
Yeah, 92.
It was the last minute still.
Yeah, 92 Aka.
But
I'm not telling you the
for 2000 elections. Okay. The 2000 elections.
All right. So the that point makes me realize that okay, but you see, Central region is a very difficult region. You know, yeah, it's a very, very difficult region. And you know, what I would say in there, I wish the NDC well, they've chosen their team now. Aka Nyenkan, they'll be able to choose the flag bearer, and then they are running mates. Sometimes also, I think the political parties or they should the how long we wait to choose running mates after leaders are choosing. You've been within one party because of originality. In Yama who receives you understand? Because sometimes when there is so much space,
I've been born in the doors.
Exactly. On Che, na yes in Kofu Kunkum more MPs. Mobaya a by election babado. Anna, I don't know again. Since another one go.
By election, but remember.
Animate by election.
They do it just by election.
And now we'll hear
somebody
say two animate by election, any parliamentary by election. How long they? And I say election away.
60 days.
60 days. But you see what?
John Kumana Sam. I would remember Nebuchadnezzar Yako. I would wish the Ebusiano they should be very diligent in some of the steps they take. Number one, Mite a tip in the Mite season show, and one of the key things that I'm discussing. I know you were in the chair, right? What discussing was the tip by Ohinaba. Okay, he has shown a lot of inconsistencies. Okay, the nye basa no kunya wa Ghana. Politics. E kunye de fama nyame. Onye hwe fama nyame. Osa another one sunye de me yefru. But
the party no.
Ono na wa ono de make but there was another one before, but the last one okay there obese party ninti. Nyame baasa no so say o man no onarankasa oka ho bi osi no onyimdi ahwo but he never mentioned what was he protecting. What was he also protecting? No too sabi awde bia ka de itumra chensi me I don't say things I can't yes.
You have to trace.
I can't confirm.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
And everybody who knows me, I'm very fearless on saying my mind. You may be one money more. Ono ma manyosam nti ya defe na mo or say or pro yenen da kubu twachem. So we only live with speculations and rumors. We never get to the bottom of things. And ended that Matilda was a Don Kumano wife, watch to Ghana police. So you know Kwariza.
She invites Captain
that will invite Captain Smart. That is also another inconsistency. John Kumana's sister, Bimio Besia, Akade, John Kuma poison. John Kumana's special aid, Wakade, John Kuma poison. Ohinaba, who works with wood to me. So aka. It's even na wo Captain Smart nkutin ni then he should be caught. Why? And these people publicly have said it. So why only Captain Smart?
I'm afraid no crank say. And
them fakadam no, you see sometimes I what the yama to na discuss and we leave the actual issues. Inti wanda adino wo wana nkasa yan tackle na ya da mayosam na frefrema inti wanda nyimpa no wa dibo no wa fa nwa oko. Me, we have seen so many cases of politicians dying and we never got to the bottom of the investigation. I don't know what killed John Kuma. Metai me so would natural death or natural death there or natural canalology so would you me. But it has become important today per the discussions that are being held publicly. We need to lay rest to some of these things.
Okay.
In the Ghana police should be up and doing and give us some concrete information. Now on my no ye na yeta haishenya hweye. Now start today rethink there. More politics into people are willing to kill for just positions.
Okay.
Even in churches, are sorry mumpo gofu for position.
Council, well, after 1 minute, near idea.
Okay. Medicine, you see, political parties are organized group of people with the sole aim of capturing political power through election. Every political party be your person or your party say obey winning power. Now 2024 elections now ye kumuno. The three things pa ebedi man in terms of discussion. One, the economy. 2, energy, and 3, education. So it is in the right direction. Say NDC4 etumi etusu ubia or ye well versed in education. Nano too. Maybe she said one day I wore enough time. It was a citizen show within the week. Into free education. I have a lot of things to say about free education.
No fire.
Nano too. Unim say the free education have been run down to the extent say omuti inrem omunye aduane ndi krampo no omo ye better than omo free education. Nano too hey form 1 for now Yegwe school omoko form 2 CCR omugwe school on the 8th. Do you know say they have not been given their school uniform? Omoko form 2 first semester form 2
omunya uniform.
Omunya uniform yeah. Do you know say omo supply food no? Say ye kase onko supply 200 bags of rice emma a particular school because they are party persons no. Okwa no the 170 bags of rice echo. Na headmasters so because of victimization see no I record say or the 200 nearby. Again, sir, 170 bags not the abandoned crowd. So say every bag 50 kilos.
Yeah, not the same. I mean.
Do the bebano 30 kilos. Do the bebano 30 kilos. Now no to me say here first me your man colana milk. When me say the milk now the man colano is neither ideal milk or Kaneshi. A unbranded milk from China. A milk at anything. When me say first me more 10 fish. 10 fish and your title so. And your Belmau, a unbranded one that it doesn't have a name. It is a Obano Eco School Crampa, Yaron or the other day or Deba. You say, 414 no bar school, our Moko Fiesiano. They came to school, some of them came, their parents did not give them books.
Maybe at a better time.
I say, Emma, your teacher books are heading. So, education is going to be one of the key things in campaigning for the 2024 elections.
Thank you. Madumo bia Mike ena metia fidie na chie mo yin logize John Kuma no yin logize no what's why there what's there
sports for nova
sports for neighbor
you see
on back all African games
when they confirm embarrassment we have between
obi akofa embarrassment we have
all African game who dey cause
sports for neighbor
yes
but you Mike na frame
Wape mani okakwe, wape madani kaya, ema gojwa kero. Neola nyetie
right, so this is where time will permit us to draw curtains. Sports team, you know, Eba, Enti Mr. Monya Crado. Kwame Kwachi produces Sansona Eugene, and so a boy on Facebook. Midindi Nana Utuda. Kunyami Adumu Ajuada 2 p.m. Make way for the Citizen Show here on Accra 100.5 FM. Okay, so sports is next. I'm out. Stay tuned.